How's it all going? Ost. You dog, dude. 145? That's like a little bit more than Nunya right there with the 5 stream streak. But both of you, I appreciate you. I see a lot of us in here, by the way. Sparkle, welcome on in. Kay Kelsey, Katie. How's it going, Katie? Hood Killer got first, by the way. That's like a first. Also, Jack. And in working, expert working, 2800's working. 125 for working, dude. We're killing it today. Worlds? Am I going to Worlds? Doing all right. I haven't done anything that eventful today other than watch working do well in the Go Battle League. That was eventful and that was sick. Second time? No. Oh. Okay, well, hey. You were first today at being first. Ever. You were the first person to be first today. So, there we go. This is, obviously, I'm not going to Worlds. Big announcement, I'm not going to Worlds. But, you know, for fun earlier today, I made a little Worlds team that, hey, I think it's fun. And you know what we could do just to get stream started? While we're, like, getting started, I was thinking, here's what we're going to do. Because today is Go Battle Thursday. And I want to do some battles. Weirdly enough, I'm actually going to turn off Wheel Cup games. Sorry. Wheel Cup games are off for the day. But what we're going to do... Spell decided to go through your account and delete 500 Pokemon, which you have to monitor. Honestly, the fact that you're even allowing that to begin with, even with monitoring, is crazy to me. In 15 stream streak from Katie. Dude, everyone is stream streaking at once. Alright, I hope everybody's ready for some fun, because what we're going to do before getting started with some GBL is the show 16 that you see on your screen. I want everybody to take a look at it. Take a good look at it. Alright, I want everybody that wants to, what we're going to do is go straight to some fun time, where y'all are going to queue up against me and just play some battles. I don't even care what y'all bring. Have fun. Let's just do some viewer battles. I'm going to run whatever is on that show 16. So whoever has the guts. Do I have guts? Am I in my right headspace? Who knows? But this is how I'm going to get in that right headspace. Is by, we're just going to have a little bit of fun. I have literally 10 sets to do right now. I have no time to do it. And I don't care. We're having fun. Invite you? Okay, you got next. You rely on him to delete. Why? Wait, raid? Trent, are you the raid? Can you get an invite? Okay, so we got Hood, and then we got Working. And we got Katie first. So Katie? Oh boy. Will D, welcome on in. Mish. How was it going, Mish? I was watching your stream earlier. I didn't realize that you were like mid 3100s, by the way. Holy crap. You're killing it. Also, Misha, are you going to Worlds? I know Will's going to Worlds. So, yeah, Mish was killing it. Everybody welcome on in, by the way. Once again, we're getting started with stream by actually running for fun. I'm going to be running some viewer battles where I'm going to be playing this show 16, and y'all can just queue up against me and run whatever you want. 4 out of 6 locked in, still stress. Dude, I'm really happy I'm not going just for the stress portion of it. You're going? Let's go, Mish. So, fun fact, I am going to be doing a watch party for Worlds instead of going myself, because I'm not a good competitor, so I don't get to go. But what I can do is watch party, explain what's going on, and try to make it more interesting than the actual broadcast. So that's something I've been working hours and hours on end to do, is make a more interesting watch party than the actual broadcast by far. I put a lot of effort and time into it, and I'm very excited. Okay, so first game we have is going to be with Katie. I'm just going to run 3 Pokemon. You can run whatever Pokemon you want. Also, before Dawn, welcome on in. Happy Thursday. I almost read that as happy birthday. I was going to say thank you, but it's not my birthday. So that makes more sense to not say thank you. All right, we got a team. We're getting going. Happy birthday. Thank you, Trent. Katie, no! I don't even have to shield this. I would live. But why not? Everyone, thank you. It could be my birthday. You'll be watching. Nunya, I appreciate that. I'm not even joking. I have not been more excited in a long time for something. And may I also just, you know, while we're here, I'm going to hint at something for everybody here. We're going to hint at something really quick. So, this is not even technically announced yet. Fully. But, there is going to be something that I hope is going to be on the channel. I mean, I should have baited this. A Sharpedo is going to shield no matter what. Why am I not baiting? Partner? No, I'm not partner. That is not what I am announcing. I'm very much not partner. I don't know what they're at. I probably should have just threw the fire thing. To be honest, a weather ball probably knocks out. Wow. The fact that this thing is so slow. Am I close? Am I announcing my birthday? Y'all are distracting me from my announcement. I had a whole announcement. The fact that she has to throw at me is so stupid for K9. Katie, if you wanted to run Spice Picks, I would have run Spice Picks for fun. The Hydro Pump! Oh, drops? I'm not going to say there's going to be drops, but I did apply for... Did I just win CMP but lose CMP at the same time? Yes. Space Pokemon in. So I'm not going to say that there's going to be drops. Also, Katie, I appreciate the Spice, but you could have told me to run Spice. I would have run Spice. What was I saying? Okay, so we're all over the place right now. Applied for partner? Hold! I can't apply for partner until I hit certain benchmarks. I'm not going to say that we've hit those benchmarks yet, but I think eventually it might happen. Okay, is that good? We're not there yet, though. So, Katie, I would have run Spice if you wanted to, but fair games. All right, I think we have Hood Killer who wanted to go. We have Spacebar who wants to go. Spacebar at the compliment time. Dude, I'm too distracted. Hold. Okay, Hood Killer, I'm inviting you right now. Alright. So. Yeah, partner, not happening right now, but I'm not going to say we're not on the way towards that. Cool? Cool. Second thing, I appreciate the birthday wishes. It's almost my birthday, in a way. If you were to go backwards, it's almost my birthday, so appreciate that. Will, you're good. I don't ever ask for help from people. That is not something I want to ever implement. So I'll hit partner when the right time to hit partner is, but I do appreciate it. I really do. So, the other couple of things I wanted to say. Drops. That was mentioned. I'm just going to let everybody know I applied to become a co-streamer for Worlds. That does not mean I'm going to get it. So basically the way this works is I'm probably the only person that is streaming a watch party for Go that is not going to Worlds, because everyone that could be streaming it is going to Worlds. Does that mean I'm going to get it? Probably not. I'll be honest, I'm a very small creator, but the one advantage I have is I quite literally am like the only person that will be casting on Twitch, you know, doing a watch party in general. So there's a possibility we get it, and if we do, drops. Woohoo. Oh, let me pick a team for you, Hood Killer. Based off the Show 6 team, just in case you want to look at it for a second, here's the team. Run whatever you want. They pick some IRL people that stream Go there. Yeah, see, that's what I think might happen, Trent, unfortunately, is they might just give it to people who don't even play Go, and then just be like, oh, you guys are bigger. You guys are big people. So they might just get it instead of me. You know? But that's how the go goes, you know? You know. Okay, last thing, and most important thing that I want to mention. I'm not going to say exactly what this is. What a lead. Whoa. We're staying in? Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to build up a little bit more chilling water and go to Licky and make this extremely awkward. I don't need switch. Yeah. Like 2 ghost streamers that were picked. Yeah. No, I'm not expecting anything. I will say, none of you should either. Scout, welcome on in. What is up, dude? Yeah, don't expect me to be getting drops, by the way. That is not an expectation I want to provide here. Okay. The problem here is I don't think a Shadow Ball even knocks out. But the non-problem is, it's still awkward for him on how he wants to pivot around. You're excited for my birthday? Dude, I would be too if I were you. It's a very exciting time. My birthday. Woo. What do I want to go with this? I guess Florges. I probably could have overfarmed here. I don't think a disarming is going to do it, even though they're only single boosted. Oh, well that's sick. He would have allowed me to throw, which is interesting. I'm not sure that Hood knows exactly where my counts are, to be honest. Or maybe I don't know where his counts are. Why am I playing so bad? Okay, I have misplayed this game tremendously, but I'm trying to talk about too much at once, to be honest. And that is getting at me. Hold. Let me focus for 2 seconds. Happy birthday, dude. The frick are we doing right now? Oh. Okay, I don't mind this. This is going to be extremely awkward for them. But it's also extremely awkward for me. I think the right play here is to go into Licky. Because it kind of forces him out. Or to stay in. One of the two. Yeah. And at this point, I just win. If he gets out, I just have Florges out of the way. And there's no amount of energy that he can get at this point, which will handle the rest of my team. Confused? What are we confused about? I'm confused, to be honest. Oh. And 2 cycle from Licky is stupid. So, fun fact about Licky, if you Shadow Ball into the body slams, then there's the 2 cycle even earlier. Whereas usually, it would be like, I believe you know how it's going to always be 3-3, 3-2. If you Shadow Ball first, I believe it's just 3-2. I believe. Didn't see the third Hood. It was a Thievel. Nah, you got a little RPS, but GG's. You definitely got a little bit RPS. Okay, we got space next, and then we're going to open back to the public for a little bit. And then we got GBL to do, which is going to be so fun. Birthday stuff? Yes, it was Katie. Exactly. That's why I'm confused on why we're talking about this. Okay. Actual cool announcement. Actual cool announcement. On Saturday, I'm just going to hint a little bit about what this is. Can I invite you to working? Yes. But first, wait, was it you or was it Space? Maybe it was you. Oh, it wasn't Space. It was you. Spacebar just said, he wanted compliment time. Sick. Okay, working, you're being invited. So, this Saturday, I'm not going to say exactly what it is, but I'm just going to say there is a segment I have been working on for quite... That's not fair. Well, you didn't ask. There is a segment I've been working on for a period of probably way too long that I am very excited to debut on Saturday. on Saturday evening, night, my time, I guess, evening, but night for y'all, there is going to be part of my stream that introduces a segment that will include multiple people, and I'm going to leave it at that. I think it is something that will be very, very, very defining for the channel. I think it is something that will be very cool, and you can look forward to happening consistently on the channel. I'll put it at that. But there'll be something in Discord that talks about it eventually, and probably tomorrow, and we'll have more of a conversation about it there. But we'll be debuting something fun on Saturday. You were excited for the battle? Okay, Space, you can go next. Running degen, by the way. Dude. That sounds horrific. Degen, he says. Okay. Let's see how degen. Huh. This is kind of funny. Because Working has taken a team from me and done very well with it. And he knows this matchup for Florges so well, it's not even funny. It's actually kind of hilarious, to be honest. Oh, that worked out. That worked out tremendously. That worked out tremendously. He knows that I tell him to throw there, so he thought he was getting an automatic catch. That is sick. Yeah, it should be similar to the time now, but a little bit earlier. A little bit earlier on Saturday. We're going to be doing something fun. Okay, he does live a surf, so I'm going to go ahead and actually go for the ball here, just to guarantee the shield or the KO. If we get a shield, fine. And at this point, I am fine putting up a protect shield. I'm not in range of a twister. Yeah, that's a lot of energy down the drain. Okay, I can wait the turn, make sure he's in the middle. I should have thrown a surf, but I was still a little bit unsure of my confidence in not getting caught on. Not gonna lie. And this really doesn't change much. I'm still on my 3 cycle for the surf. He throws right away. Interesting. Yeah. Okay. There's no... Was that a cap tie somehow? Even if I one-turn swap myself, that should not be a cap tie. Okay, fantastic. Oh! Working! You're screwed! Working is absolutely diabolically screwed right now. Do I get to another? You're also still in denial about Florges. I've liked Florges. I like Florges a lot. I recommended the team I'm using. And he climbed like a lot of elo with it. So yeah, there's no win con, even if he baits. Which he will. Congrats. But yeah, okay. So, hints on what's going on this Saturday. I'll just say there will be guests on the stream. There will be a lot of stuff that I have prepared. Yeah, GG's. I have prepared a lot for what is going to be going on Saturday. I have a lot more to prepare. And I'll also just say that this is going to be something that I want to be a reoccurring thing on the channel. The same way that I want watch parties to be a defining part of the channel. I want what's going to be going on this Saturday to be a defining thing on the channel. I have other projects I'm working on, and hopefully soon I can finally feel like I am putting out the creativity that I was shooting for with this channel. Because I'll be honest, Right now, I don't feel like I'm doing that. I feel like I'm working towards that, but I don't feel like I'm doing that. Who knew Floor Just Ape was good, dude? Working, did you like that call to go into the Jellicent there? That was fun for me. It worked out. It worked out. Okay, Space. It is your turn. I see the invite. You may look at the team for just a second. That's not the team. That's a Psyduck. Psyduck is not on the team. Hold. Imagine though. Imagine I go to Worlds and bring Psyduck. I could. Who's stopping me? You gotta do... No. Space. Run whatever you want, dude. You run whatever you want. I'm just letting you see the team for a second. You get like another couple of seconds, dude. And then I'm taking it away. Okay. You've seen the team. So we're going to do this. This. And this. When's the announcement? The announcement for the thing I was talking about on Saturday? Is that what you mean? Or a different announcement? Pretty neutral. He throws on CMP that he would have lost, but that's fine. Any announcements? I mean, I'm announcing things about announcing things later, right now. Whoa. Mud Puppy, welcome on in, dude. How's it going, Mud Puppy? How you doing? Furret. 5. Okay. Kind of a weird Pokemon to see here. But not terrible. I don't live a Swift. I kind of want to make this annoying for him. So me staying in makes it hopefully a little bit annoying for him. That's the hope. Yeah. I have a feeling he's a little bit afraid of K9. Maybe.
The Alex Brownie.
What was that? Oh boy! Dune Bug! Welcome on in with the raid. Hey Dune, just so you know, I was not implying specifically what it is, but I was talking about this thing we're going to be doing on the channel on Saturday. I could have done one more. That's kind of a misplay. Because now he lives and banks this. Yeah, that's a misplay. Oh, it's fine though. Yeah, we're fine. I shield whatever this is. And an energy ball is not going to knock out. Bit of a misplay by me there. Not going to lie. Surf. Incredible. I can still do 2. Throw. I don't even want to take that surf. I like the surf from him just in case he can get to a surf after the fact, but he won't. And honestly, a really good bait out of Furret there, which feels good. This is an energy ball, but I should tank it. And at worst, if somehow I die to like Petal Blizzard, I have a Tycon. But Lego, welcome on in. Dune, I appreciate the raid, dude. You know, I'm not doing Wheel Cup games today, but what I am doing for fun, Dune, is I was just running some viewer battles where y'all could play against my fake Worlds team. I don't know if you feel like playing. Yeah, Space GG's. GG's. Yeah, so there's that. And then the second thing is, again, Dune, you I don't know if you heard, but we're doing something this Saturday that I'm going to announce in the Discord tomorrow. I'm going to Worlds, Tim. No, I am not going to Worlds. But also, first time chatting, Tim. Hi, Tim. Welcome in. Wait, what? Incredible. I'm going to be announcing something tomorrow on the Discord that we're going to be doing on Saturday. And it's going to be a first time thing on the channel with guests. It's going to be a reoccurring thing on the channel. It's going to be very, very cool. And I'm very excited about it. Is this a new Wheel Cup variant? Sizzle? Not really, but it's more of just like a Show 6 style version of Viewer Battles. And it's also a pre-Worlds version of it. Tim, yo. So anybody that wants to play, we have like, let's say we have a couple more. And then we're actually going to do some sets. Because believe it or not, I'm not going to do all 10 sets today, but I have 10 sets I could do today. And I don't have time to do them all. I don't care to do them all. But we have sets, so we're going to do some. Do 15 sets. You know, I would have to be able to do the first 10 first. You know? And I don't think I can do 10 sets in 2 hours and 48 minutes. Dune, is that you asking for Wheel Cup? I guess if you rate it in, I'll allow you to ask for Wheel Cup. Do 16 sets? Yeah, we could do a Wheel Cup game, dude. For the rate in, but I'm not doing public Wheel Cup. That is not allowed today. Any excuse Dune has to use a Togepi, he is going to try to find. So yeah, in order to do 16 sets, I'd have to be able to do 16 sets. And I only have 10 today and 5 tomorrow. So that would mean I would have to do a 24-hour stream. Oh, no, I'd have to do more than that. Gulp. Uh-oh. I'd have to do a 28-hour stream or so to actually get that last set done. High Attack Ultra League. More like Bad Ultra League. CP 2470. Huh. Incredible. I have some actually like really good picks, but I don't really feel like using my best picks because that's kind of like annoying. But what I will do is use something that's not too terrible, I suppose. But a lot of my Pokemon have the exact same coverage too, which is annoying as well. All right, I'll use whatever this is. We got a Wheel Cup game. Did I see the pose and outfit for next season? I heard there is a pose and outfit leak. I did not see it. No. You know what's sad? I bet this matchup sucks for me. Okay, 5. So this will be a Shadow Ball. He'll have 1 past the Shadow Ball. Be 3 away from a Shadow Ball. Incredible. These are going to be the saddest super effective rock slides you've ever seen. Wow. I'm doing less damage. Incredible. Everything about this is incredible, dude. Okay, so he's at the next Shadow Ball +1 right now. Sizzle. Drunk Alex stream when? I don't think a 3-stream streak is going to... What? He shields. I probably should have baited, but I didn't. So sue me. Sue me. Believe it or not, I'm going to put up 1 shield here. That's an insane bait by him, in my opinion. I guess we're just like, someone here is locked in, and then the other person is just not caring about GBL today. I'm playing someone who is Worlds prepping. I am not. You know what I'm going to do? I don't care. Sue me. I'm double shielding a Stunfisk. Yeah, because it's a guaranteed Earthquake. Yeah. Intriguing stuff. Dark Pulse? Bro. Okay. Double moved? Everything here is going to be double moved. Okay, we'll get the farm down here and see what comes in. Let's see. If we do. If we see. Maybe. Whoa. This is awkward as hell. Maybe if I didn't double shield for no reason earlier, this wouldn't be so awkward. Kangaroo Champ? Dude, what a name. Welcome in. I lose this game, by the way. Just in case y'all were wondering. Do I lose this game? The answer, yes. He has, like, way too many legitimate Pokemon, by the way. I'm running a Sea King. I could have run a Bug Bite, or a Volt Switch Fort. Imagine if I just ran my Volt Switch Fort on Earthquake. I think I just win. Yeah, never mind. I definitely lose. There is no win cons here. There is no win cons here. Unless I live a move from him later. Oh. Wait. Wait? Does this knock out? Did he misremember my energy? He might have. Okay, he'll lock on down, but he's only going to get to one move. He's only going to get to one move. He has to knock out with this move. Hold. Freaking hold, dude. I think I live a zap. Oh, I lived the zap. Let's go. Oh boy. I think Dune might have lost my energy just a little bit on Sea King there. Just a little bit. Magikarp main with the follow. Hello. And Kangaroo, welcome to chatting. Good to see you chatting in here. Ultra League Bulk. Exactly. Dude, I had either to have a Zap Cannon or a double super effective Rock Slide hit my Talonflame, and I was not happy about that. But luckily, we got away with it. Okay. I think we're going to go into sets. I think it's time for some sets. Tragic, dude. Discussion time? Oh yeah, we still have compliment time too. I forgot about that. What's the appropriate ratio of water to ice in a cup of water? So you're really redeeming all of discussion time to ask about water to ice ratio. Working. Really? You lost track? Yeah, I figured. Okay, so here's my thing. I am a weird human being that prefers my water without ice. Is that weird? Unless I'm outside, unless I'm hiking or doing something active, I don't want ice in my water. I like pretty much room temperature water. And I'll tell you why. I like to drink a lot of water at a time when I drink water, and if you have ice in it, it makes it hard to drink a lot of water at once. Oh, yeah, and also I was going to start with the team that I was running yesterday, but I might pivot it around based off of what these 6 Pokemon are, for fun. So we're just going to have a fun day. I don't care about how games go whatsoever, by the way. We're just here to have fun. Team was kind of too stupid yesterday, but again, just for fun. Trent understands. Water with ice is weird, dude. Holy. It costs calories to drink what? Okay, Sizzle. Do I use it? I use a glass cup, Jack. I don't want the taste. Well, I guess stainless steel, you don't really get that much taste, but I use a glass cup. Except for here. Not here. This is, I guess, this is steel. But typically, glass cup. For your meds, but in general, you need ice. I mean, I guess you don't want an ice cube to get in there with the medicine. That's weird. Bro. I know this is a zero aura and they're probably shielding, but my thought is if they're a good zero aura player, they no shield this. See? Told you. So, I don't know how much this does. So I'm just going to 2-shield through it. I know they're at 2 right now. I know they are. But I'm pretty sure this thing is like stupid damage and I might have to 2-shield through it. Dude, what a weird situation to be in. I guess I should have chilling so I could live the move. Oh, I lose. Well, I probably lose. I don't see the win con. This team is absolutely destroying me right now. They would have let me throw again, which is insane. I'm getting whooped by a zero aura team. I should have been like focused. Dude, if I was focused, I surely that I'm huh? Oh, so I would have lived it. I don't know what Plasma Fist does, bro. They're already allowed to get out, but I would have had to throw this anyways. But also, how do I win this game? This just RPSs me in the back. There's nowhere for Ape to go. There's literally just nowhere for Ape to go. Is the problem. Among other things, there's a lot of problems here. Although they did just do that. Not that it really helps, because I'm dead. Because I still die very, very quickly to this team. Like, I'm in... Yeah, they just get a farm down now. Incredible stuff. This is like the weirdest played team and the weirdest team. And a team that is so weak to so much. But hey, they're having fun, I suppose. They're having so much fun. There's no win con. Sniper? Dude, I don't care if it's a sniper. You think I care if I get sniped? I'm not calling them a sniper because I don't know. But in genuine, like, everything, if y'all, like, snipe me, if y'all see people snipe me, I've been sniped and I've known it before, I could give less of a shit. What are they getting out of it? Don't care. But I don't think that was a sniper. I think they're just having fun. Like, I can check. I don't recognize the name, so whatever. Gendrago, by the way, welcome on in, dude. How's it going? Bizarre team for sure. Yes. There's probably ways I could have played that better, but the problem is Annihilate, quite literally, the only way to get play out of Annihilate is to just swap it and get ahead energy, and I'm never going to just do that. So Annihilate was always kind of just in a screwed position there. I won't play Scroll Cup. Maya, I played one day of Scroll Cup. I won some, I lost some, but hey, we all lost by watching that because Scroll Cup is just not that much fun. I'm not gonna, sorry, but it's a wild meta and it's not necessarily for me. But I played it for one day. Always been, yeah. Exactly, and I kind of like played it the one day just to kind of showcase that, to be honest. It's kind of a hellhole in there. Everything just hard beats everything. You miss my Scroll Cup content? No, you don't. No, you don't. My Scroll Cup content was literally more Pekka hole. We don't miss that. I don't think we missed that. I think that's a lie. Okay, we got a battle. Let's see if we can play a normal team. Yeah. I feel like it's unlikely they'll shield the first, knowing that I'm throwing after 5 and it could just be a Chilly Willy. Yeah. I'm gonna shield once. I see, kind of unfortunate. Not gonna lie. So the reason I shield there is if they build up to a Brave Bird and they Brave Bird, this thing's so annoying to get out of the way later. But I guess they know the Air Cutter doesn't knock out there, so they're over farming at this point. Fantastic. This does suck in a way. But what I can do here... Oh, that sucks. I don't like that they boosted. Ow. Is shield and farm. But the fact that they boosted means I do take a little bit more damage. What I should have done there is 2 and get out. That's what I should have done. Oh. I just lose. I'm getting completely RPS, dude. Because, like, there's no real scenario where Florges wants to play out that matchup long enough to make it a good matchup. Yeah, this is just tragic. Dude. Alright. Everyone's running strong to Ape. I mean, there is a target here for Ape. They're ABA strong to Ape, and the last team was not really that real of a team. I will say that last team I don't think is a real team. Like, in terms of a winning team. I'm not saying it's a, you know, a snipe or anything. I'm just saying it's not like it's not actually a team that people are running in the Go Battle League. Yeah, I'll just save everybody some time here. And I don't want to judge the entire meta off of 2 teams that I see to begin stream. That's crazy. That's Insano style, and we're not doing that. They also did a very good job of over-farming perfectly with Pidgeot to guarantee getting a move coming out. Now I'll get RPS while stream. Sizzle, here's the thing, dude. You know what I have to gain from not getting RPS? Nothing. Loon, hello. How's it going? Hello, Mr. Battle Frontier teammate. I hope you're well. We have been RPS'd twice, and once by a Zero Aura team. My phone's coming back, don't worry. There we go. I lost to a Zero Aura, which was pretty sick. What? I have no answer to this other than I should have just gotten out right away. This is a huge mistake what I'm doing right now. What is the tutor time redeem? Tutor time is, it's a pretty fun redeem, actually. Yeah, I played this extremely poorly, by the way. Are they already at another fly? I guess they are, and I played this so poorly. I looked up. Did they undercharge? Okay, let me focus for a sec. I need to, like, not look at chat. Hold. Because that was embarrassing. Let me just, like, focus on the game for a second here. No, that's my fault. I'm the one reading. Yeah. I shouldn't have taken 2 pecks, by the way. The fact that I took 2... Oh. Yeah, I that's, like, just a win if I don't play that like an idiot, by the way. If I just immediately swap into my jelly, we're completely fine. I just need to focus for a sec. So the way tutor time works, I can talk because we're not in a game, but I do need to focus while we're in a game, and that's on me. That's not on you. The way that tutor time works is you can basically put in anything that you want that is, hey, explain this concept. Tell me about what you would do in this scenario in the game. Explain what, hey, what does this mean? What does this acronym mean? How do you play this scenario out? What is, like, this show 16 tip? Or this team building tip? Whatever you want that has to do with the game. I keep hitting my phone, by the way. Transferring damage. Expand on that. When to and how. Okay. We'll do that after the set. But I'll have to think about Pelipper. Interesting. 8. So they're at their Hurricane right now. Seeing this here is a lot better than seeing this on Annihilate. So they build up to the back-to-back Weather Ball. Kind of sucks, but I feel like I let this go. I'm in a position where it's a little bit awkward if they pivot out and I let this go. So I'm going to actually go ahead and shield once and only once. I pause just to make sure they're in the middle of their move. And what's nice about this is they basically have to throw either right away or after 1 here. If they stay in and shield. I hate this position I'm in. A ton. I can't allow this farm down or I just instantly lose, so I'm getting out. This is a guaranteed Shadow Ball. How do I feel about that? I have to take it. It's debuffed. Ow. Okay. I need shields down. It's the only way to win. If I can get shields down, we have a chance. The only way to win this is to get shields down. It's literally the only way. I need them to think their Dragonair is sick. And although Dragonair is a cool Pokemon. Okay. Then they need to not be on Pulse. If they're on Pulse, I just lose. If they're on Pulse, I lose. Whoa. Okay. Them rapping is also wild. If they Aqua Tealed, I feel like this would be a lot worse. Finding the win con. Wow. Yeah, I don't know why they rapped. But they did. You just went 5-0 after ending 0-5 yesterday. People in the 2600s were not ready for the Spitbird. Dude, the Spitbird? Is that what we're calling that now? Okay, so now we have 2 tutor times. I will say I might have to, like, make these tutor times a little bit more dispersed. I'm realizing 1 minute doesn't give me proper amount of time to talk about them, but we will talk about them eventually. We'll get there. We will get there. Finding the win con is going to be a little bit tougher, because that's just more, that is, like, so reliant on specifically that game. That one's tougher. Okay, Altaria. Don't mind to see this. I really don't mind if they're staying in. 6, 7. They throw right away. It'll be a Sky Attack. I can take it. Why not catch after 2? You know, you could catch after 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever. They catch after 2. Sick. What's like the worst I could see after? This is what, like a bash? Okay, the bash. Congrats, man. You got your 1 bash off. Bring Altaria back in. Sick. Okay, no shield this. I dare you. You drew out my ape. You feel good? Apparently not. Okay, how about now? How do you feel now? Yeah. I shield here, draw out whatever the last Pokemon is, and at this point, this is in a range where Jelly can handle this later. I don't mind even if I get hard counters in just a second. Which I don't. At this point, I just make this so annoying for him, because he's going to have to basically throw at me right away, and me chilling here makes it so even if they're an Earthquake, what do I care? and they don't throw right away. This is just going to be a sad finish for them. Cool team. Like, different team. A little bit different than most, which I'll give them credit for. Way to be different. Big sludge. They insta-throw, which is a choice, but I guess you're allowed to. It doesn't matter one way or another. They are just absolutely cooked here. All right, GG's. Yeah, that's just unfortunate. Honestly, I don't see I don't see a single way they would have won that game. That's just very RPS. All right. If I didn't play like an idiot in one of those games, we could have actually made that into like not a terrible set somehow, considering how bad those first couple games were. All right. First thing I think what is more interesting to talk about and a little bit easier to talk about is transferring damage. That is what Katie asked for with tutor time the first time around. Transferring damage. When to, how to. So, I mean, on the new system, it's going to be a lot easier because as long as you're not basically going for that transfer on alignment, meaning the direct point in which their fast move comes through, you're technically transferring. So, for example, Dune, do we have you here? Do we have anybody that is willing to be a fun person to test things with? For fun. Yes. Dune, I'm going to send you a battle. Go ahead and run a Talonflame for me, or like a Turtonator. One of those kind of things. We are going with the full-on tutor time here. With the example, I'm going to send Dune a battle. It'll be Ultra or Master League Dune just because I don't want to ruin my team that I have put in. Also, chasing the daylight with the 1 week stream streak. Let's go. So yeah, just run a Great League Talonflame, and we'll showcase this. It can just be a normal Great League team. So let's just say I'm running this. And then let's say I'm running Blastoise, let's say. And then let's just say I'm running any other Pokemon. Sure, I'm double rollout. So, the way this is going to work, running first with the raid, welcome on in, I am going to do 2 and get out. Notice how I no longer take that health there. So, awesome. The Ultra League Registeel is still here. So the reason that we're going with the 2 there is because that is going to, here, we can pause for a sec. Dune, we can stay in, don't leave, because we can rematch and show more. Also, Kirk Ketchum, welcome on in. First time chatting. I do appreciate the raid, by the way. We are right now showcasing some tutor time on transferring damage. So, now let's see what happens if I do like 2 and pause. The exact same thing, but let's say I pause because I'm hesitant. So I'm going to do 2. 1, 2, pause and get out. Now I took the damage on my other dude, which is bad. That's not the idea, right? We're trying to transfer that Incinerate. So the only thing that matters is I am getting out before the Incinerate fully lands. Incinerate being a 5-turn move means that I need to get out before that 5th turn applies, right? It's going to, on the new system, consistently apply on turn 5. If it's a 4-turn move, it will apply on turn 4, and so on. 3, 2, 2. If it's a 1-turn move, you can't transfer that. Which is... So, basically what all that matters is I am getting out before it's done. But what I'm also doing with the Sand Slash when I'm throwing 2 is maximizing the amount of fast moves I can do before getting out. So I'm a 2-turn move. I'm going to throw 2 Shadow Claws or 2 Powder Snows and then get out after that, because that's my way of getting 4 turns in and then getting out as turn 5 is coming on through. So that's the important thing. If you're trying to transfer damage, a lot of the times what you're going for is maximizing the amount of fast moves you're doing before getting out, and before that damage applies. On like the old system, it's a little harder to do that because you can't do 2 there because there's a very high there's a high likelihood that DRE, like it's DRE dependent, but it's very high likelihood that Incinerate will apply on turn 4 because the old system's weird. And you would have to do like 1 and get out. But on the new system, you can consistently maximize right before getting out. New update. Oh, Dune. Do you mind staying in one more? If you're still in here. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to have you, if you're still here, is come in. Let's see. Let's have you come in. Turtonator, let's say. And I'm going to run my own incinerator. Let's have me run my own turt. Let's just pretend. Oh wait, I have a perfect example for this. Goregeist. How do I spell Goregeist? Goregeist. There we go. So what I'm going to showcase here is if Dune swaps in Turtonator into my Goregeist because of the 1-turn swap, you backed out, all good. I'll reinvite. I just want to showcase one more example here. Because this is actually very worthwhile, and I see a lot of players where they'll have someone swap in and they'll hesitate and maybe not know what to do for a sec. No, dude, let me resend. I accidentally sent you Great League. I'm resending. I'm bad. But same thing, just come in with the Turtonator and try to get an Incinerate to land on my Goregeist. New update too laggy. I will say it is dependent on the person playing it right now, but I think ever since they put out the new update, it's had vast improvements. And I think at this point, at least for me, it's a lot better than what wait, no, dude. Okay. Dude, one more time. I mean, Turtonator is coming in on the safe swap. Turtonator coming on the safe swap. Same thing, but Turtonator coming on the safe swap. So that way I can showcase that I can do 1 and transfer it. Because Dune's going to be safe swapping in Turtonator, he will be 1 turn behind, meaning that my 5th turn will be able to happen before he actually lands his 5th turn on the Incinerate, given the 1-turn swap. And that's what I want to showcase here. So if he comes in to Incinerate user, and I'm an Incinerate user, I can do my Incinerate and transfer this. So I never took that Incinerate. I never ended up taking the Incinerate on my Goregeist because I got out before the Incinerate actually applied. How do y'all learn this stuff? It takes time. I mean, it's stuff you talk through with people, it's stuff that you take time with, and it's stuff you test, and then it's stuff that you, I guess, just learn over time by playing and getting it wrong a lot. Hasn't this always been a thing? Well, Lexi, think of it on the... Here, let's try... Dune, one more battle. Let's just do the new system. I will screw up my team, actually. Here, let me just, test. Do the exact same thing, but what I'm going to showcase is on the old system, how it's not a thing. I'm going to lead Goregeist. Let's just put 2 other Pokemon on there. Last test. Promise. Dune had that game. He tried to. And I got scared, so I left. So on the old system, this is technically a thing, but given that damage applies 1 turn earlier most of the time on the old system, what we're going to showcase here is if Dune decides to come in Turtonator and snipe me with an Incinerate, it is more likely than not that it's going to land on the Goregeist. Which is why the new system's so much better, in my opinion, is because we have consistency and mechanics that make sense. I mean, that's the fun of tutor time. It is here for us to learn. See? Okay, I got DRE. Here, dude, one more time. I got Dre. Wait, did I invite... Oh, wait, that was the new system. That was the new system. That was the new system. Wait, that was the new system, so that worked as intended. One last one. One last one. Very last one. I'm bad. Okay, wait, that's actually a perfect example. No, that's just going to further show the example. Whee!
Oh, boy.
Won a game. Yes. That's just going to further show this example.
And I hope.
New system, I'm able to make that incinerate transfer. As it should, by the way, because that's what makes sense. You're getting a one-turn swap. It makes sense that you could actually transfer that damage. Now, on the old system, he's going to come in. And notice how I actually took that damage. I see him pee. Haha. Oh. Yeah. On the old system, you're more likely than not... I'm scared. I need to leave. You're more likely than not going to take that damage because the old system makes no sense. So what you're going to see if you guys are planning on coming around for the Worlds party that I put on, since I'm doing a watch party for Worlds, is I'm going to basically explain every single time in that watch party during Worlds when something happens inconsistently and why the new system is actually so important that we have. Is that only for 5 turn? No. So on the old system, damage would actually apply 1 turn before, always. Not always, but that's the thing. It has no real consistency. On the old system, it would more likely than not apply 1 turn earlier because fast moves would take priority before anything else. So like a 1 turn move, that's why you could snipe down something with 1 turn if they were on 1 health before they got a charge move off. It's because the damage applies before it ends, before the turn duration ends, if that makes sense. Dirk, I think that's sick. But yeah, that's like why the old system kind of sucks. That's why a lot of people complain about DRE, but because it's so inconsistent on whether or not damage applies and when damage applies, you cannot even dispute whether or not the damage applied if you're at a tournament. Like, let's say it works one way, one game, and then another way, another game. You just have to live with it. That's how stupid... Oh, wait, let me get rid of this team. That's how stupid the old system is in terms of mechanical consistency. Is sometimes it will work one way, another time it will work a different way. Very, very dumb. Do you notice that Play Pokemon randomly uploaded one segment you participated in during... Oh, the one with Telegraph Train? Yeah. If you're talking about that... Oh, this sucks. This is an awkward scenario. So, the way I like to play this out is, sucky as this is to shield once here and only once. You thought it works... is how it's supposed to work on the old system. It was supposed to once upon a time, Lexi, but then it just didn't. Okay. I'm going to overfarm here, because I'm going to live the Drill Peck. There's no reason to CMP when I'm going to lose anyways. I make sure they're in the middle of a peck, and then I throw my next Chilling Water. They, at this point, are still going to have to throw another move to knock me out. Around 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I did see that. Okay, they let that go. I'm going to bank this and get out. Okay. There's really no reason for them to ever bait here. Or they do. What? Does that make them live 2 shot? No. I'm hoping they're in range of a surf, but honestly, they have to shield. All right. I still live another, by the way. Uh-huh. Oh, sick! Now they're trying to get rid of all their energy. They're going to throw a surf here because Body Slam won't knock out. Okay. I come in Annihilate, I think? Incredible stuff. And also, the fact that they are swapped in and stuck here means I can do something funny. Bye. Also, I think that was a CMP sack swap. Oh, that's even better! Buy energy? They body slammed? Hilarious? So they really thought I was in desperate need of shielding a potential earth power when I was not. And that kind of backfired on them. So, yeah. While we're playing this set, by the way, I will kind of up and down be talking about the WinCon recognition tutor time that was also redeemed by Katie. They tried to BS bait the ape. Yeah, they tried to BS bait twice, but like the bait against Annihilate made more sense, at least because they had to make something happen at that point. The bait against Jelly made no sense because they were always going to need 2 earth powers anyways. I guess they thought I was just desperate, when I was very much not. If you're in ads, by the way, you're in ads. So, welcome to ads. But yeah, we'll be talking about WinCon recognition stuff as soon as we're back from ads a little bit more. Okay. Is it non-shadow on low? No. Non-shadow. Oh, non-shadow. Yeah, typically it could be on low kick. Oh, I have fun information on this matchup. They do CMPS, which is fantastic. I always like when they CMPS. And if they Mud Bomb Dune, even better. Right? We know this matchup now. We know weird stuff. I hope they Mud Bomb, weirdly enough. Let's go. So, fun little fact about this matchup. And they CMP again. You guys are going to see how disgusting this gets. I hope now they go double discharge. If they discharge here, this is going to get really gross for them. Well, they do Mud Bomb. Good for them. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is let this go and then bank my energy and get out. Oh, they actually knock out. Actually, interesting. I guess I could have CMP'd them to get switch. Interesting. I guess I wasn't ready for the triple Mud Bomb. I will say, though, probably good that I'm in the scenario I'm in right now, in a way. Probably not bad where I'm at. Like, if I had just knocked them out without any residual energy there, I'm in a scary spot, believe it or not. Somehow I'm telling you guys this is a little bit better than what it could have been. This is a very scary Pokemon, but what I'm going to try to do is just wiggle around. I probably could have just gone double Surf for pacing later, but I'm deciding to go about this a different way. Okay. Okay. I think that was a CMP. So Malamar should be gone. I have 2 Pokemon, including a boosted ape. And we'll see what they want to do about it. Oh. Well, I guess they have to take a big move from me. Yeah, they're dead. They're so dead. Sick. So, fun matchup knowledge for you guys that we didn't get a display there. If you are a very, very high-ranked Florges, and you play against a Stunfisk, and they Mud Bomb first into a double discharge, if you're a high-ranked Florges, you can farm all the way down. But they were smart and did not that. They went for triple Mud Bomb, which is interesting. I'm actually not upset with with like letting Floor just go down there, because if they did come in Malamar and I'm energy dry, I kind of have to pivot out anyways, but then I'm behind energy. Yeah, exactly what Tim is kind of saying. Like if I allow an energy head start for Malamar, I'm cooked. Because Florges would have been energy dry basically if I wanted to end up throwing at the Fisk. Shark, welcome in on the YouTube side. What is up, dude? I'm above me, or I'm above you. Sorry, man. It happens. It wasn't on purpose, I promise. If it makes you feel better, Shark, I lost to a Zera Aura. How do I do this every time? I don't know, man. I just play, I have fun. I don't stress. Don't stress when you play. Pimilu, welcome on in. And Sammy? Dude, what a bad Pokemon for me to see. Bro. Okay, I gave him some... Bro, I'm giving you turns back, asshole! This guy! I was giving you turns back and you're taking advantage of me being kind to you? Boo! By the way, I'm not actually calling him an asshole. It's just, I'm just trying to be nice. Is that Butters? Oh, I feel horrible then. I feel like a dick. But to be fair, I'm trying to be nice to the guy. What comes in? I was trying to give him his turns back for not paying attention, and then he takes advantage of my kindness. Idea. This is very stupid. I'm doing this for fun. Dive? Why? I mean, he can do 4 to get himself 1 away for a dive for later. Or that. Oh, this is going to be rough for him. Although, this is actually... I would rather be him here than me. Maybe you can hit Legend with it? Dude, you're, like, borderline right now. Of course you can. Is that a Bulldoze? Interesting. I did 1-turn swap myself, but given that he's actually 6 away from a hammer, I can actually make this super, super awkward for him. Because I outpiece before he gets to a hammer. And now he has to hammer here. Yeah, this is going to be a very rough battle for him. Because now I just come an ape. I should have waited my clock. That was kind of dumb, but I don't think he can actually farm down in time before I get to 2 moves. And he kind of has to let this go, but he kind of can't. Yeah. Smart throw by him. I should have actually swapped out. Oh. Oh, I should have actually done the counter. I would have gotten another counter. I'm kind of playing bad, but it's fine. Butters, if you see this in life, I have apologized for calling someone that an asshole. It wasn't personal. It was more just a reaction to... Dude, I just called like the nicest guy on earth an asshole. Jack, skål. Don't eat the brownie, it's tough. Hi, Magmar Man. You can't wait for him to call you out live at the World's broadcast. He probably will. That person that nobody knows about called me an asshole. Incredible. That's going to go so hard. Okay, Ninetales. I don't love this in the lead. I'll shield once here. Just to make it annoying for them. And I overfarm by 1 just in case they swap out. I want to be a little bit closer to a move. Okay, they're at 5. They probably Weather Ball just to keep pacing. Yeah. At this point, I think Florges has kind of done its job. Well, now it certainly has. Let's see what comes in. Huh. Awkward. Super awkward. They throw. That's fine with me. Now they have no energy. Okay. I'm happier with that than if they got a full farm down. Ooh. I think I'd lose this. I lose. I have to call an energy ball. Yeah, I had to. I literally had to. Because my thing is, if they go double wild charge, I just instant lose. Well, no, if I call that they were throwing a wild charge, I guess I just get a lot more damage. I don't know. That's kind of a 50-50 in my eyes. You're surprised they full sent? Yeah, me too. But if they're going to do it once, they'll do it again, but it just doesn't matter. So my only win con is to come out with 2 moves here. So I'm going to undercharge a little bit. Robbie, welcome on in. That was too much. That was far too much. Ooh, I did not need an undercharge. Actually, they gave me a win con for no reason, and I might have effed it up. Well, no, I just farm all the way down. I don't think they knock out with 2 moves. Are they at the move? Am I dumb, or are they just not at the move? Why'd they do that? Why'd they do that? Why'd they do that? No entiendo. So, Katie, we're going to be talking about recognition of win cons, right? You know what that was not by my opponent? A recognition of a win con. When they had a win con of just staying in and throwing 2 wild charges. Because they were not dying. And even if they just go straight energy ball it, like, Azu can take it from there. I don't know. It is definitely they just didn't recognize their win con. And sometimes you just got to do that. Dark Nitego? 710 followers. Guys, we're hitting it big time, dude. I appreciate the follow. That's pretty sick. We're almost at 7-Eleven, which is like a gas station. Dude. And that immediately prompts 7-Eleven Chizzy? Or Chisel? I can't tell, one of the two. Appreciate the follow, welcome on in. So yeah, programming not good at doing that. That's something that will literally elevate a player from being someone that is like expert pushing to legend pushing. Is literally just, there are so many players that I will watch. Won a game. Yo, and the first time chat, Chizzy or Chisel, welcome on in, dude. Appreciate the chat, appreciate the follow. And now, yeah, we're sponsored by a gas station. All right, so a lot of players that I'll watch are so mechanically sound they know how to throw in good timing, they know counts, but one of the things that they do is they will play super well up into a point of the game in which they just don't recognize their win cons, and then things will start to fall apart for them. And that's just, honestly, it's something that just comes with time. It's not something that I can really just tell you how to do without giving you specific scenarios. So every single time there's a game, it's really good to maybe record your games or watch other people play and maybe pause games at certain points and just see, what do I think the win con is, then watch the rest of the game and then see if they played it the same way and what the outcome is. And then you can compare what you thought to what they thought. Or if you both got it right, if you both got it wrong. You're included as Shark? I think sometimes you play a little bit too fancy, for sure. But you're actually a really good case scenario of someone who, you know your timing, you know their timing, you throw in good timing, you know the counts, and sometimes you play a little bit too fancy. Any tips for being stuck in ace jail? Focus first on just getting good Pokemon. Like, get Pokemon that are good on PvPoke. That is number one. Find Pokemon that are good on PvPoke and make sure you're running the right Pokemon with the right movesets. That's number one. Number two would be to start focusing on things like typing, counts, and I guess throwing on good timing. So you're wanting to know counts of how can you tell you have a win con? Interesting. Okay. Another tutor time. Dude, I need a tutor time sound. Also, are we in set 3? Oh, we're not. We're still in set 2. Yeah, it's just one of those things. We'll get to that in a second. One at a time here. One thing that you can do with PvPoke just by itself is make sure you have the right Pokemon with good moves. You can look at the counts that Pokemon have to get to those moves. And one thing that you can work on yourself is throwing on good timing. The frick? Huh? Bro. I hope this person's having fun. The icy wind. Wow. Okay, I'm going to do something that's kind of devious. So what I'm going to do here is chilling water. And then go into my Jellicent. I'm going to probably be catching a Swift here, and they really can't stay in. They're debuffed, they have no charge move pressure, and now they don't really even any fast move pressure as well. This person's a bad person. By the way, what do they do to Fortress? They just want to RPS people, and that's it. What do they do against Tinklead? They literally are just here to RPS, and that is it. I think we know that by now. Okay, the fun fact is I can just go for 8 farm down here. They're going to Icy Wind, which is kind of annoying. But I can do this, and then see what wants to come in. This sucks. I lose. There's no win con. By the way, I don't even think this is like the most real team, but you know, it is what it is. They win. Good for them. No, I'm not calling them a sniper once again. Some people just run weird teams. Some people just run... No, I'm not calling them a sniper. We don't know, and honestly, I could care less. It's like, that's a great example of... Okay, I do recognize the name. It was a sus team. Yeah, it's a weird team. I'll put it like that. Oh. I was not showing. Good. To me, it is so... something that I think, like... If I get it right that they're a sniper, congrats. I called someone a sniper and maybe I'm right, but if I'm wrong, then I'm calling someone who's not a sniper a cheater in public. And that's like kind of just not worth my time. And also, to be honest, I don't care enough. It's like, I don't have a lot to gain by playing. We're legend, woo! I don't have a lot to gain from calling people out. I'm not like hitting elo for anything other than playing the game for fun and learning the game right now. I'm just testing things for world that I think is going to be good Pokemon. Flip me, Alex Shark? Yeah, flip me, man. Yeah, it's just not worth it. It's not worth the potential of being wrong. Unless I know for a fact. There has been, a couple of people I don't care to talk about because they like the attention that has sniped me while I've streamed. I'm sure I've been sniped more than I know, like, to be honest. And I'm sure I've also had people strictly avoid queuing into me if they know their team will lose against my team. At the end of the day, I'm the one putting my screen, or my battles on a screen, and I could care less. Appreciate it, Shark. Appreciate it. It's part of what comes with it. Do you know what's a real team? Graplocked? What the frick is Graplocked? Tink Toxapex. Yes. Yes. True. Exactly. Lexi, this is exactly what I mean. This is exactly what I mean. So I have actually, before I started streaming, I don't care to say who. I really don't give a shit. I had someone call me a sniper once because I RPS'd them, not even that hard. And then I looked at the VOD and I got called a sniper. You know what I wasn't doing? Sniping. You know what I don't want to do? That to someone else. I don't care to. Unless I know for a fact someone is sniping me. Don't give a shit. Like, they could RPS me as hard as possible. I just want to be careful with that. You know? Loon with the discussion time. Dude. What do you think is the world's meta? Oh, what do I think the world's meta is going to be? So we still do have, how do we had a tutor time first I need to get to really quick. Tutor time, how can you tell you have a win con? So, before I get to this, let me go ahead and pin this, though. Oh, can I not? I can't pin a redeemed discussion time? Okay, so what I can do, though, is I can copy and paste what Loon put here, and then pin it. Sick. Just so I don't miss it. So, how do I recognize win cons? Honestly, the best way to recognize win cons is to just play a lot of games, watch your games back. When I was getting into this game, I would record a lot of my games and watch my games back. Not just to, like, oh, I lost this game, how could I have won it? It's, I won this game, how could I have played it better? I won this game, but what mistakes did I make? Where did I not optimize? Where did I not overfarm correctly? Because a lot of your losses are going to come down to, you could have won the game, but you didn't do this enough. And a lot of your wins, you can make into better situations to where you can have more mistakes happen in that game. So, what I would recommend doing is recording your games, watching other people play, and specifically looking for win con scenarios that you see in your head, be confident about it, and if you get it wrong, so be it. You'll learn from your mistakes. You just caught a rank 1 Whalmer? Dude, that's sick. I know H. Shira was in LA looking for a very good Whalmer, and I traded her some, and I gave her like a pretty good shiny best buddy one, but like, not good enough. I could tell it was not good enough. You can see win cons in other people's battles. Yeah, and eventually that will apply to yourself. So Shark, one of the things about playing your battles versus someone else's is when you're playing your own battles, there's a rushing feeling when you're not overly in a flow state. When you're not in a flow state, which is really hard to get into, you're always going to feel a little bit more rushed than you would watching someone else play battles. That is your brain working in real time and figuring things out while you're tapping, while you're mechanically moving around and making decisions, where when someone else is playing, you don't have to make those decisions, you don't have to tap the screen yourself. Caleb paying with the raid. Dude, Caleb, what is up? I appreciate the raid, by the way. Hopefully we had a fun stream. We were actually having a pretty good conversation about the game. It's the frick. The frick. Bang bang. Okay, Caleb and Firestar, welcome on in. Apparently everyone welcome on in. Dude. Quebecan, welcome on in. What's up? What is up with you? We were just discussing the game and how to recognize win cons. We were about to discuss the world's meta. We're doing a lot of discussing right now. Ozito with the follow. Ozito, welcome on in. Exactly, Shark. And Shark, you're alone on YouTube. How does it feel? Someone go give Shark some company. He's on YouTube all alone. But, yeah, we were talking about win con recognition because, you know, when you're... Whee! Won a game. When you're getting into this game, it is really hard to understand win cons and recognize win cons, and we're kind of discussing that. Okay! Holy crap, Firestar scored. Whee! Won a game. Alright. So that's that. I just recommend watching games back, watching other people play, and specifically looking for yourself for win cons. Be creative, be confident, and you will make mistakes and just get better at it over time. Discuss win cons with other people. If you do record your games, you can show someone else and ask them for their opinion. You know? The weed didn't get raised high enough. So, Sean, I will say, it will...
So I do whatever this is, and I hope.
Should be 50, absolute lie. It will soon be made quieter to counterbalance things. I will say that. It's going to be made quieter. Also, we just hit legend again, so woo. Woo. What's the YouTube? It's the, I want to change the name because I hate actually having YT in the name because I feel like it sounds kind of self-promoting, but someone, for some reason, someone in the world took Alex Brown 1E. That asshole for YouTube. So, but if you type it in, you'll still see my channel. It has a YT at the end, but the actual, like, I guess nickname I gave the channel, you can just look it up with Alex Brown 1E. More Florges? Yes. I ran this team yesterday. I tanked a bunch of elo over the last week. We were at like 2750 yesterday, and then this team went 20-5 because it's good. Am I going to Worlds? I'm not good. No, I'm not going to Worlds. I don't compete. So, no. But Bobbert scored. But what I will be doing instead is watch partying Worlds because I think that's sick. Okay, this is based. Seven, 8. Everybody, can we all boop Firestar out of here, by the way? Everyone boop his ass. Why? Why would you ever bait? To me, that makes no sense. I'm not gonna lie. It's actually such a good bait. Such a good bait. What the good thing is, I don't really know what I have to shield from a Dragonite. I think I just let this go. I think I might be able to live a Thunder Punch. Not by a lot. Yeah, but I live it. Yeah. Makes sense. Okay. I probably should have just thrown right away. But this is not the worst case scenario. Because after 2 Chilling Waters, I will live and make this very awkward for them. Magmar Man, I'm in like 3,000 elo. I don't know what... I guess that's a Dragonite elo. Sure. I think I have just enough health that I'll easily get to another move as well. Shark, you have company. Look at you. Oh. Oh. Well, GG's. That was not the move, Trainer. Also, they don't get to see my last Pokemon, because I'm a meanie. I'm a mean guy. I was going to punch him down. I'm in Magmar Man elo? Yes. Oh, okay. We can finally start talking about something, by the way. We were going to be discussing the world's meta, which we could discuss together. I think that'll be fun. So Loon actually put out a discussion time for us, which is going to be a lot of fun, where we talk about what I think the world's meta is going to be. And if I had to pick one dark horse Pokemon, what is going to win worlds, dude? I don't know about win worlds, because, like, this is more of a prediction thing than what... Those are, like, two separate things. A dark horse Pokemon and what I think is going to win worlds. Because what I think is going to win worlds is, like, a guarantee. Ape... Bobber, don't give it away. I don't know if Ape's going to win worlds. I just think it's... but you're ahead of me. You're ahead of me. Day 2. Okay, day 2. So, Jumpluff is going to win worlds. Sammy, I'm sorry, but no. We have differing opinions, Sammy. Okay, the meta itself, let's start with that. So I will say there are ways to track a lot of what the meta is going to be if you just have access to people that are going to worlds. And fortunately for me, I happen to have access to people conversationally that gives me a little bit of insight into what the world's meta might be. But what I'm not going to do is give away any dark secrets. You know, that's not what I'm going to do. But what I can do is talk about the more public stuff, which is more like the Inadequance tournaments that release a lot of information on worlds. So that's... Oh, this sucks. Dude, this blows. This mega blows. Woof. I have to let one go. I have to. I have to. Don't aggro me. Thank you. I'm hoping they shield this. Shoot. I think they make one move. If they make 2, I'm sad, but I think... Oh, they make 2. Terrible play by me. Terrible gameplay by me. I'll be honest. Oh. I mean, what was I really supposed to do in this game? I don't know. This is just tragic. What? Okay, this is like still a loss, but we're still here and we're trying. Okay, I have to let this go. So their guaranteed win con is to bank a foul play. This sucks, dude. I made a wrong call. And that was kind of 50-50. I have to call that they're going to Jumpluff there. It's like the only call I can make. And then I still need to go for a catch after that. Yeah. GG's. But also, they just RPS the shit out of me. So is it even GG's? Or is that just they RPS the shit out of me? I don't know. Hippo is Dark Horse. Hippo is a GBL mon. I don't think it's a Show 6 mon, Shark. I'll be honest. Okay, so Worlds. Wow, we're having a full-on conversation, but I'm going to ignore it because I don't want to get biased in what I'm going to say. I want this to all be my own opinions. Shadow Hippo? No. Hope you don't see Bink there. Corbecan, you will. Sorry, but you're going to see Bink. Absolutely, Bink will be at Worlds. I'm not going to say it's like top 12 usage, but it will be at Worlds. That's not dark secret. That is just, there are enough people running Bink in practice tournaments. You think more Pekko and Shadow Tina will be there? No. Shadow Tina Inadequates might bring it. I don't know past that. We've seen 0 in practice. Well, I guess that's a good indicator then. That you might not see a lot of them. Caspian ran Bink and won 3. Okay. Let me just say my opinions, because that's what the discussion was for. So, one of the things that I will start with is Thievul coming into the scene is going to make a very big difference on how all of this is going to work out in the end. Do I have tickets? No. I'm not going to Worlds. Also, I feel like it's probably too late to get tickets. Sorry, to be honest, at this point, Lego. But, yeah. I'm not going. So, I don't have tickets. Thievul entering the meta is going to be very big for shifting a lot of what the meta is, because before Thievul was part of the meta, Altaria was a very, very guaranteed top 4 pick, top 6 at worst. It was so high usage, and now Altaria has basically fallen off almost to 0. Sableye was a guaranteed, basically top 6 usage Pokemon that has not fallen off all the way, but is very mitigated just because of Thievul entering the meta. Because Thievul kind of just destroys both of those Pokemon. And also, what Thievul does is it makes Bug Bite Fort a lot more present in the meta as a hard check to Thievul, which also scares off something like Sableye, by the way. In all, there's a lot of, like, butterfly effect things. Shadow Zard. I don't know if that's a dark horse in terms of, like, people bringing it, but you know I'm a fan of Shadow Zard. You know I'm a fan, Magmar Man. We got a follow from Tuna. Guys, we have Tuna. Woo. Welcome in, Tuna. It scares Jumpluff too. It beats Jumpluff. It's good into Jumpluff. It's good into Jumpluff, and so is Bug Bite 4, which is also going to be more around because of Thievul. Could you eat the tuna, dude? Shark, if you want. Yeah. So you're going to see those kind of adjustments. I also think Thievul is just neutrally pretty good into things like Mantine, Canine, Licky. It's kind of just an overall solid pick as long as you're not locked on to something like Bug Bite Fort or Tink. Also, Florges is being picked up in the meta a little bit because it is something that counters Thievul while still having play into things like Ninetales, which most fairies don't have play into Ninetales. And it's a very annoying Pokemon for Ninetales, not only because of the debuff, but because of super effective Chilling Water. And another thing that Florges is going to be doing that most fairies don't, think about, if you're thinking about whether it is Tinkaton or whether it is Togekiss, it is the one fairy type that kind of just has really good play into Stunfisk. And Stunfisk, although I don't think is going to be that great of a Pokemon, it will be prevalent and around at Worlds because it is a hard Mantine check. And Mantine's going to be a very top usage Pokemon. So I think what you guys are, just for starters, are going to see in terms of top usage Pokemon, Licky, obvious, Tink, obvious. Past that, Canine, obvious. Those are like the main 3. Canine, Tink, and Licky. Those are very obvious Pokemon that you're just going to see everywhere. Past that, though, you're going to see a lot of things revolving around. I don't know that Kingdra is going to be top 12. Kingdra might be around, but not top 12. Love to see someone win with Mimikyu. Mimikyu's not allowed because this is the old system, CMAX. So Mimikyu will be allowed after Worlds, but not now. You're going to start to see a lot of Mantine entering the space after that. Stunfisk, Thievul. Those are the type of Pokemon you'll see after. What else am I missing here? Florges, I think I've been calling this for over a month that it was going to have a rise in usage, especially given Thievul entering the meta. Also being something that Bug Bite Fort can't just absolutely destroy as a fairy as well, just like Tink, because it resists Bug Bite and it kind of has some neutral play there. In Chilling Water is annoying. So Florges is kind of on the rise. Let's see, what else in my head? Like, there's a lot of off-meta picks that I could see. This might be a Ghost Keel, by the way. This is probably a Ghost Keel. In fact, it's very much a Ghost Keel. Sick. Very cool. Oh yeah, there's a reason I'm running Jellicent. I think Jellicent's like kind of good. I just don't think a lot of people are going to run it. What else? Oh, Corsola. Corsola's the thing people are actually going to be running. People like Corsola. In Discord? What about Discord, Shark? Firo seems quite strong. Firo's pretty good, but I do think Firo... It's awkward in Show 6. I think it's just a little squishy as a drill run user when... I think if you want a drill run user, maybe you go Sea King over Firo just for the fact that you're less squishy and have... Like, I don't know. I think both of them have awkwardness to them, but I think Firo overall is a pretty good Pokemon, and it does have better play as opposed to Sea King into things like Licky, believe it or not, even as a flyer, as well as the big one is Corsola. Having more play into Corsola, where Sea King kind of just gets wrecked there. We have Q times, by the way. Why do we have Q times? Dusknoir. I don't think you're going to see a lot of Dusknoir. It's a little hostile to Dusknoir right now. Dusknoir is just kind of squishy in a meta that has a lot of things that hit hard. It has K9 in it, which just outputs damage so quickly. And then the number one Pokemon is Licky. And Thievul entering the meta is not helpful for a slow pacing Shadow. Oh, this sucks. We'll see if they chip or not. They are chipping. That's a good sign. Stay with a follow. Hello, Stay. Welcome in. What? So the fun thing about this, if there is a fun thing about this, is I can kind of, what? Okay, I'm gonna play this a little weirdly. Can I get out? Thank you. Yeah. So their Empoleon is going to be at 1. So what I can do here is take a move, and before they can get out, given the fact that they did their fast moves earlier, they are not out with their clock yet. And I'm going to throw a little bit early just to mitigate their ability to get out and dance around. Sick. And what this also does is it allows me to not outpace, but we would CMP on a chilling, and now they're incentivized to throw again if they don't want to get chillinged yet again. Because I will make it there. And I do. Seismitoad? My move didn't show up, dog! I needed that CMP! Okay, sometimes this system sucks, dude. That is so stupid, by the way. I might lose this game because of that. I need to be able to fast move this down. Okay. Dune, anyone, can we get a clip? Because I wouldn't mind it. Can we get a clip? Because that's getting sent in. I don't give a shit. They're seeing that shit. They're seeing that. I'm going to make sure the devs look at that shit. Because that is bull. I win this game! I just win this game, by the way! That's an Annihilate sweep if I've ever seen one. If I get the CMP there, I live, they die. Or they have to go down shields, and I'm completely fine with that, because then I make them tap time me, and then Annihilate just sweeps. Dude. Dude. I recognize the win con. I see the win con. I'm not allowed to do the win con, because my move doesn't show up. Are we checking the food channel? Shark? I can check the food channel. Let's see. What even... what is it looks good. Pasta. It does look good. If you guys want to go see Shark's food in the Discord, join the Discord. You can look at what Shark had for dinner. GBL tonight is laggy. Well, consider it's a Thursday. Thursdays are like the worst days to play GBL with giant shrimp. Okay, that actually sounds really good. Yeah, no, Corback, and I've been having like 2 straight days of a lot of overtaps on the new system. I love the new system overall, but the overtaps are kind of pissing me off. They're kind of pissing me off. Because, like, I don't even care about winning or climbing. I just want the game to work, you know? Also, I'm going to really quickly restart my AirPods because they're going kind of insano style right now. One sec. Okay, that is so much better. There was so much, like, weirdness going on. I am better. Speaking of win cons, you had a game last night. They led... We played out the 2s, and both swapped to Licky. So you threw with Licky, and they had 2 residual rollouts on their primate. Oh, pace. That is too much for me to understand while I'm in streaming mode, I'm not gonna lie. Back to the good old days where overtapping is an issue. Loon, I'm not trying to scare you, man. I will still say, the new system, overall, 1,000,000 times better than the old system. 1,000,000 times. I have no desire to ever play the old system again because the new system is that much better, but they still have things they need to work on. They still have things they need to iron out, and that's one of them. It's been an issue lately, and they will iron it out. I know they're working on it, but it, you know, until it's fixed, I will not stop complaining. Oh, Dark Horse pick, by the way. So, Bobber kind of stole my thunder with this one. I think Shadow Annihilate is going to be sick at Worlds. I'm not sure for a fact it's going to go all the way, but I think Shadow Annihilate is kind of sick. I could see a meta where there's a lot of Licky. I think Empoleon Rise is going to happen because Empoleon is just really, really safe into, like, all of the top 12, by the way. Empoleon is really good right now. And both of those, very good for Shadow Annihilate. Further than that, Shadow Annihilate has great play into things like Quag, into Stunfisk, into Bug Bite 4, into Thievul. If you look across the top 12 usage right now, Annihilate is just sick. Primate. Come. Awkward, awkward, awkward. I don't really have a great safe swap for this, or counter swap, but what I can do here is Chili. And if they were an Ironhead, they would have thrown first, I believe. So we're going to hope it's not on Ironhead. They're going to be at 18 right now. Brother. I guess it was at least debuffed. Throw at me. You won't. Am I seeing this YouTube? What? What on YouTube? They're throwing twice. That's even better. I do want to get rid of this, though. Yeah, it's good to get rid of, just because, you know what I don't want to have happen? This thing be able to be alive and start air cuttering my Annihilate later. So we get rid of it. We'll see what comes in. I don't want them to go ahead and no shield and be in a spot where they live well, so what I'm going to do is full send this, weirdly. And then bring this in. Yeah, I'm always going to shield here, but my assumption is they don't have an answer, especially since they're throwing. But at this point, I'm 3 away from a Rage Fist myself. So they can either take this move and then play the ones out with something else, or they can shield it and then they probably get destroyed. They're out. They have left. You can see a lot of people are disrespecting the ever-living, out of Annihilate right now. You know? Yeah, so fun fact about Shadow Annihilate, it's not even bad against Fearow. It's not bad against Fearow. Although I think Altaria is out of the meta, it's not even bad against Altaria either. You said, oh, Lexi, you said, okay, so you said Annihilate wins Worlds too. Yeah, but I know you're a big Shadow Annihilate fan, so you're biased. Yeah, it's just so many people right now I think are just disrespecting it, but you know, one of the fun things about people disrespecting something is sometimes the word gets out and there's still time before Worlds so people can make adjustments. So there's still time between now and Worlds for people to tweak things around. You know? Trust me, it's not going to win it. I never said win it, Sammy. I just said it's going to do well there. Because I think there are going to be some teams that are like triple weak to Annihilate. And I think even a lot of the other teams that like aren't triple weak, a lot of neutral play there. There will be teams where their best answer is a Tinkaton. And you know what Annihilate can do? Beat Tinkaton. So I could see a scenario where maybe they have like a Mantine or a Corsola and then a Tinkaton. And that's all they have. Tink isn't an ape answer though. That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean, Sammy. This meta is whack. Shark, the meta is pretty whack. I'm not gonna lie. I am not gonna lie. You know what else is whack? The sheer amount of Qs I'm getting right now. Which also, as we're still talking about this, do note, if y'all are interested in hearing more about Worlds, I'll be doing a big watch party for Worlds. And not only that, but when I say this, I mean this. It's really stupid in a way because, hey, why am I doing this? But I've spent literally entire like work days working on making what will be a Worlds party very, very good. So I put a lot of work into it. I hope it's like, you know, I reap the rewards for how much work I put in, basically. And I think it will be like that just because I think it's going to be a very, very sick watch party. And I'm hoping that it gives you a lot more than what you would get if you were to just watch the main channel. Based? This is actually not a response. I shouldn't have done this. I should not have done this. Big misplay by me. Big misplay. Yeah, this is a misplay. What I'm going to do here, though, is just go ahead and shield. And I'll throw in CMP. And we'll see what comes in. Whoa. If I get a shield here, I'm good. If I don't get a shield here, I'm not necessarily good. Okay, that helps. Okay. They have to hope I am baiting or something, but I don't see the win con for them. Yeah. GG's. Not really, I kind of just RPS them. They'll flame charge here, it just doesn't matter. I always let this go. They have to double throw at me unless they're on Brave Bird, in which case, yeah, GG's, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry! But also, like, they're running RPS Pokemon. I guess it's bound to happen. Also, what do they do to a single dragon type? I guess they just have a Steelix and that's it. But Steelix isn't even that good into dragons. What a team. Honedge. Wow. NC this weekend is 22. Who's NC? Like Nighttime Clasher? Is it his birthday? Because if so, whoa. This is boards? I don't care to be on boards. If I'm on boards, I might have to tank. That's what I did last time I'm on boards. I tank. Because I will say, as fun as it is to climb, when you're streaming, it makes less sense to be climbing, because then you're just kind of showcasing cues. Do you believe in Sableye? No. I believed in Sableye before the meta shift of... What's boards? We don't worry about boards. We don't know what boards are. We don't need to know. Dude, that was like set number 3. I'm on set. I just went from 2 to 4. I'm terrible. I'm a bad streamer. There we go. Yeah, for me, Sableye, it's just after a Thievul entering the meta with Fort being more common, it's hard to justify bringing Sableye right now. It doesn't have many targets. In Annihilate, although it's like good into it, Annihilate is more of an off-meta pick than it is something that you're going to see everywhere. You only need 40 more subs? Oh, are like on YouTube? Before you can't say you have more subs than me on YouTube. Thanks, Shark. Lowest boards is 3060. I'm not on boards. I'm bad. We're bad. We're so bad. Shucks. You know, I don't know who saw the team I was running in Weather Cup, but when Weather Cup was going on, I was running this team that included, it was Shadow, Alolan Sandslash lead with Shadow Kingdra safe swap on Surf, and I had Megahorn Sea King in the back. That team, I guarantee, if I was not a streamer, I would very, 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 very easily have made a very, very, very high page 1 push with. I mean, it was almost on page 1 with it already, but the problem was I didn't want to be. I played like 2 sets a day with it because I didn't care to play all my sets. I was streaming as opposed to trying to climb. And then I tanked like 400 elo because it was an issue. But that was like, if I cared about climbing and boards, that was a great moment where I feel like I could have pushed on boards. Unfortunately, I don't feel like I'm in a position to where that's like something I want to be doing. First time you climbed the ranks was Sableye, so always have a special place in your heart. Okay. I have the same thing with Shadow Giratina. So my first time going on boards was like, I think my 3rd season playing the game, and I went on boards with Shadow Giratina, Shadow Charizard, and Empoleon, a very, very creative team, very fun team. And Shadow Giratina will always have a soft spot in my heart, but for the same kind of reason, like, it sucks, but it's special to me, you know? But now, it's just not good now. I mean, not everybody has been on boards as much in, like... It makes sense for people to care about being on boards. It does, to me. Okay, they at least overfarm, so I can get 2 moves off here. That's kind of sick. But this is a scary Pokemon. Okay, I tried to induce them into throwing a CMP. Incite them, induce them, seduce them. They didn't get seduced. What? That's a huge misplay by them. They were not counting my energy. If you're trying to make a boards push, count energy. What? I wish that knocked out somehow, but it didn't. They throw right away, that's fine. I'll take the move. It's better than on Annihilate, and at this point, I'm hoping Annihilate has play in the back. But we'll see. Debuff. We get out. I lose. That's just RPS. That is like, not only RPS, but by the way, their answer to K9 is K9. Wait. Why would they do that? Okay, they only get one move now. They should Energy Ball if they're smart. Wow. The Scorching Sands win con. Well, they had Scorching Sands. That's how they won. By the way, that is such a... I guess, honestly, it makes sense. So their way of beating K9 is just having Scorching Sands on their K9. Brian Durzen? First time chatting, by the way. Shadow Hippo is going to win someone around at Worlds. It's a dog. I'm not saying it's bad. I just don't think it's going to do that well. But I do think it's a fun Pokemon. It has interesting play in the meta, including playing things like Licky, into flyers. It has good coverage. It can kind of... It just has good coverage. But I feel like in Show 6, it's just not that good. Like... It's not like you want to be against Mantine. You don't want to really counter anything. What is it that you're trying to counter into other than Stunfisk? And if you're trying to beat Stunfisk, why not just run Quag? I guess it has more neutral play into things like Jumpluff, but if you're scared of Jumpluff, I don't know. You think people are sleeping on Hippo? I just don't think Hippo is that good. Like in Show 6 at least. I like it in GBL. K-Tails. Yeah, that's better than Quag. That's fair. If you want something that's better than Quag, but you know, it's not comfortable. But I guess it's more comfortable. Because Sand Attack adds up and you can eventually Weather Ball Rock them. Makes sense. While having some coverage into flying. I don't know, maybe I just haven't had enough experience playing with it myself to say enough. Maybe I need to refrain from having too much of an opinion here. I'm willing to say maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. It beats Mantine in the 2s. Yeah, but I don't think you want to be playing out the 2s. Very often, at least. But it's good to know that it can do that. Two-shot or three-shot most flyers? Yeah. I mean, Jumpluff, you're definitely going to have to three-shot. But I guess you could also tank an Energy Ball. I don't know. You want it if you want to RPS. I don't know if it's that RPS necessarily, because, like, Quag might be considered more RPS, for example, just because of how much you get absolutely effed by a Mantine or a Jumpluff. I will say, I'm aware that there are a fair amount of people who are considering the dude, the Hippo. Hippo is something I'm not shocked of the idea that we're going to be seeing it at Worlds. I will say that. I think it's going to be at Worlds. In some capacity. Yeah, no, I understand. It's also just for endgame scenarios, too. It's kind of nice to know you can have a winning matchup there. Yeah. Makes sense. Whereas something like Quag, you are just sad. And probably going to lose the game. Instantly. This is why, by the way, I don't mind losing games when we get to this point. I don't want this queue times. These queue times. It's not fun. You also think Alolan Ninetales is going to be around? I don't see the play for Alolan Ninetales because I think Empoleon's going to start shooting up. I think there's too many Lickies around. I think there's too many K9 around. Like, Ice is really hard to bring right now. It's really hard to bring Ice. Because even something like Celio, which I love Shadow Celio. I've run so much Shadow Celio this season. It's been so fun. It sucks into Mantine. And if you are a Shadow Celio and your purpose is to partially beat flyers and you can't beat the main flyer, you can't run it. Quag. 4. It's kind of awkward. I have better answers into this. Oh. This is awkward. They're at 2. Wait, they should be at 3. Because I didn't see an animation come through, but they technically should be at 3. Because did I do 2? Am I wrong? Regardless, I can take 1. They're debuffed. I'll go Surf here. If it doesn't knock out, I don't care. I should be able to Hex down after. They shield. Fun. Okay. It's kind of awkward. I think I have to shield and potentially under tap, but we'll see what comes in, if anything comes in. Oh, they got 3. I waited too long, which is very stupid of me. But... Oh, they die. Okay, sick. Oh, this was kind of dumb, but I think it's also kind of not dumb. We'll see. No, it's dumb. It's dumb. It's very dumb. I shouldn't have done this. Big mistakes. I was hoping they would throw there, but they didn't. Yeah, I've misplayed this game tremendously. The good thing is they are double debuffs, so I will be able to take 1 move from them. But just 1. Okay, that helps. That helps tremendously. Not that I think I win this game, because I think Quag just does a little bit too much. It depends if Quag makes 2 moves. Oh, that's smart. Oh, they easily make 2 moves. What am I talking about? I lose so hard. There's no win con. I played this game like an idiot, to be honest. Like, I kind of don't want to give a farm down. But Shadow Swanna? No. I don't see Swanna in a Licky meta, in a meta where you're going to see Stunfisk, where you're going to see Empoleon. There's not enough targets for Swanna. Like, you need targets. And also, you're just too slow. You might yeah, exactly. You might as well just run Mantine. If you're thinking Swanna, run Mantine. Swanna will be at Worlds. It might be there, but I don't, like, a lot could be at Worlds. Hisuian Electrode. I'm aware of Hisuian Electrode. I've seen some drafts of teams that I think it kind of core breaks, so. Togekiss better than Swanna? Yeah. It's also one of the annoying things about queue times. When I'm, like, playing in queue times and I'm not streaming, I'm a little bit more focused than when I am streaming and playing in queue times. Because when I'm playing in queue times and streaming, I get kind of unfocused in between games. Sometimes. And then make misplays. Which is fine, though, because then I drop. You do think there will be many Electrode. I don't know how popular it's going to be, but I think it's a good Pokemon. Serval, welcome back in. Hello, Mr. France. Working with the hydration. I will get there in a little bit. So we CMP on what is likely a Water Pulse. I don't see a reason for them to bait, but who knows? Another hydration. Dude, I need water. I'll get more water after this game. Hold. Whee! Okay. Whee! Their Mantine looks like a pretty good one. I hope this is a CMP, and it is. So what I can actually go ahead and do here is just throw this disarming, and then let them throw at me. Okay, it's not the best Mantine, because they're only going to give me 1 Hex here. If it's a little bit worse, or more typical of a high-rank Mantine, I would get 2 Hexes coming out. What I do need to do is going to Jellicent. I know it's sometimes nice to get the counter down, but if they have what could be... Okay, it's the Electrode team. Five. Okay, I need to start boosting. This is going to get very weird. This is just going to be a weird finish. 9. They do Stone Edge. Incredible. Yeah. Although Ice Punch would knock out here, my hope is that they actually put up a Protect Shield. They don't. That's just game. Yeah. I needed them to shield there. I needed them to shield. There's really no win con after that. Because, like, if I don't get shields down... Honestly, okay. In retrospect, if I go for the Ice Punch there and they let it go, I just win. I felt like they had to shield, but I think I played to a win con that I'm assuming they're going to make the right call. And to me, the right call for them was to always shield. Because if they guarantee getting a move off with Claude, they get the Earthquake off, I'm down shields, and then they just get to a move with Electrode, and then get to another move. That's just a guaranteed win con. So, to me, I was thinking more about how they needed to play than how I needed to play. I think a little bit there. Because if I Ice Punch, I just go for fast moves, and I don't see how they don't take too many fast moves. Because they would have to take like 8 counters. Plus hexes. Oh, I'm probably not going to get a Q, so I'm going to risk this. I'm going to go fill up my water, and I'll be right back. Don't Q. Okay, the water is filling up as we speak. And if we do get a Q, then we can think better. Exactly. Do you snipe me? Dude, do it. You won't. Taj, you won't. You won't. Why is everyone hydrating? Stop. Insta Q? Okay, wait. I might even have time to go pick up, to go get my water. If I'm, like, super skilled. I'll be right back. Bro, I'm getting snipped. Okay, we got 4 skulls. Bro, is he playing the same team? Let's find out. Loon? Brother. Okay. In a Pokepete raid? Holy, I am overwhelmed and overstimulated. Pokepete, welcome on in, dude. Appreciate the raid. Okay, we'll find out if he's on Trailblaze here. I hope you had a good stream. Tippy, welcome in as well. Disarming. Okay. Given the 1-turn swap, throwing 1 after that is going to be what is good timing there. Can everyone hydrate? Why? Why would we want this? He really is not in a position where he can shield this move, by the way. If he does, I don't mind. Stop! Okay, that's a dead Stunfisk. And I'm not in disarming range. I don't believe. Mr. Sniper. Okay, he comes back in here. I should have gone for the surf here, but this just guarantees the knockout. Lord Cream. Dude, what name is that? And who are you? Ah, man. Okay, that is 6 hydrations at this point. How fun. Okay, I'm dead, and I appreciate being dead. The frick do I do? Huh. Okay. I shouldn't have gone over 100 energy. That was stupid. But sometimes you do stupid stuff in the Go Battle League, you know? Okay, they should die to this. And then I get a Rage Fist off, and then I just CMP later on the disarming. I think we're good to go. Taj, GG's, man. Whee! Yeah. Whee! There is no coming back for Taj. It's me, Lord Cream. Whoa. Whoa. Fisting Florges? Why'd I say that? Hi, Pete. Thanks for getting me to say that. Stream was fun. Dude, let's go. Well, so, Taj, I don't know if what I was I guess in my head, I was expecting that you were running my team for some weird reason, but you were in a weird spot because when I swapped into Jellicent and cleared my debuff, you're kind of in a situation where you either have to come in behind energy with something that will lose that matchup. But I guess you should just come and stump this anyways, because if you do lose that matchup, you were kind of ABA strong to the ape, so you didn't really need swap or switch. In fact, like, soft losing could have even been in your favor. But yeah, I get what went on in your brain there. Trust me, I do. That was like the one goal I could do is get you to be in a weird scenario. Kind of looking back at things. Oh, school times 6 times 6. If you're in ads, I'm drinking while you can't even see it. So haha. Screw you, Dune. School. 4 more. Bruh. This guy. You get asked so many times what your name is. It's literally Ultimate Online back in 21. Name was. I see. Fair enough. We're so good. No, we're good. We're killing it. That was a lot of water. In fact, I'm gonna have to pee soon. Another Ninetales. Kind of annoying. Wait, why did I usually shield here. Whoops. Well, I guess I didn't. That is annoying, because I need a pee right now, and now I'm misplaying. So thanks, y'all. Oh, they freaking annoying. Boo, bad, annoying. They paused, boo, bad. Okay, I'll take an energy ball, that's fine. It still does 2-shot me, so that's kind of sad. I don't know why they energy balled. They have an electrode. If you have an electrode, there's really no reason to do what they just did. I need a pee so bad right now. Holy crap. Shadow Ball. I need a pee. Ow. I punch. I shield. Because it didn't show the energy? Dude, it's terrific. Isn't it, Bobbert? Yeah. I can throw right away just for good timing here. This is probably going to be a loss just because I'm getting RPS so freaking hard. But I could have RPS them maybe if I just... Well, no, Electrode would have been an issue. If they let this go, I punch down. If they don't let this go, I don't punch down. Okay, I punch down. I don't punch down. Shit. Yeah. I just have no win con. Because if I get out and go for the catch there, I insta lose. Because they have two Pokemon, both of which would outpace in that scenario. I have to pee. I feel like that game was winnable if I didn't have to pee. I'm not going to lie. But, you know, all of you are doing a very good job of making my Q times better, so good job. But also, I peed. I need to pee. I'm drinking too much water. My brain is dying from this, so good job, y'all. Thank you. Very cool. Okay, everyone, enjoy me going pee. And, I'll be back. Stare at my chair.
I do
Namaste.
whatever this is, and I hope.
Whee! Whee! Won a game. Whee! Whee! Won a game. Calm down. Calm down. Who redeemed Hydra? Pete? Skull? Dude, I don't even have enough water. Shit, dude. Alright, we're gonna queue. I'm gonna go fill up my water, because Pete, redeemed hydration. So thanks, Pete. Alright,
Alex Brownie.
give me a second. We're queuing up. I'm filling water. Fun stuff. Okay, water is filling up. We did not queue up. That is, both things that are terrific. Gotta make sure that I'm not dehydrated, dude. Yeah, I do live in a desert, so that's very, very thoughtful of you. Very thoughtful. Appreciate you all so very much. Don't forget it. Dude, I just dropped so much elo. Where's my Q? There it is. Woo. Core back in. Oh, bro. That's fine. It's a dive, but so be it. Like, it does make me in a weird position where I'm going to throw after and lose my defense and all that crap. It is what it is, man. Oh no, my health. Yeah. Oh, they're just RPSing. Also, this team is, like, not smart. Their answer to a stun fist, by the way, is what? You throw a dive at them? Huge. Huge dive. Cool. Cool team. Nunya, have a good one. Can we all say bye to Nunya? Can we all boop Nunya? Boop them. You won't. You know what's fun here? They make 2 psychic things. That's so fun. They're always going to go psychic things because they're boosted as well. Just like, congrats, man. I just lost a turn. Okay, here's the play. Here's the play. I shield here. I should have thrown earlier, but this actually allows me to die right now. I should have thrown earlier, so I died earlier. Yeah. It just doesn't matter what I do there. That's just so RPS, triple gimmick. If you're running that team, why not put Mimikyu in the front so you don't instant lose to so much things? So I just get RPS to shit then, because it's Mimikyu. Wow. It RPS is the shit out of me, so there we go. This might be a Scroll Cup team. No. It's a team that is just trying to run gimmicky Pokemon all in the same team, which is fun. It's fair. But, like, you insta-lose to so much with that team, I don't get the point of running it in that order. Other than you're trying to RPS people. Or get RPS'd and just insta-win, insta-lose. Or you're just trying to, like, as much as you can on the new system, manipulate the clock. Manipulate the clock as much as possible. Because one of the things that still bothers me about a lot of the gimmicky Pokemon with form changes is they do still take up more clock than you probably should allow them to. For example, like, Mimikyu takes up way more clock than a normal Pokemon would just because of the form change, and it's even more than just the form change itself. It will form change and then just sit there for a sec. And it really does allow you to manipulate the switch clock more than you should. Yeah, exactly. And I think that's honestly a bit of an issue on the new system. It's better than... Am I getting, I don't know what this does, but I feel like I have to shield this. I did not have to shield that, but it's also... I thought I might have been getting sniped for a second, but I don't think I am. I think this is just, like, a crazy guy. Holy. Uh-huh. So, the way to play this out in my head... is this. I throw here, they probably let it go, given that they live it. And then let them throw. If I let them throw, I can do a thing. And the thing is just go to Annihilate and hope I don't get RPS'd. Oh, they debuffed me. I win. The only way to get their turn back is to go for an Aqua Tail. I can let an Aqua Tail go. I know this matchup well. because I'm a Quillfish savant. And then I just Rage Fist. And start punching. Really, really base team. Whoever this is, like, you know, you're having fun. And I appreciate that you're having fun. They threw it early. It's actually kind of close, now that I think about this. They might win. Huh. Yeah. Just make sure they're in the middle of a move there. Disarming should knock out, and then we should be good. But wow. But wow. But wow, dude. Based. Attack form Deoxys that actually had a place to go. Because I'm running Florges in the lead. And it was on Poison Jab. I never knew that thing knew Poison Jab. Their ABA Poison fast move. Huh. Weird. Kind of cool. It was. Like, I give them credit for being innovative, for running something that's insane. I'm getting water. Because Pete redeemed hydration. Hold. Whee! Won a game. You know, we won a game, but we also barely won that game, which is incredible. Because they had a catch opportunity if they could. Pete scored. The evil K9 lead, though. I mean, dude, I don't think an attack form Deoxys team is going to be very good in terms of coverage. It's hard to make that work, I'm assuming. Yeah. Seems spicy a little bit. I would consider K9 pretty, sorry, Deoxys spicy, yes. Well, this sucks. I'm gonna do 1 and get out. Five. This is suboptimal. Bro. I'm screwed. I don't know what to do. They also would have given me a free hex, which is kind of insane. The question is, are they double flyer and do they just RPS me? Bro. I'm just gonna put everything on Ape and hope they're not double flyer and just RPSing me that bad. I hope they beat blast. Shit. Well, I live that. I don't want to live that. They come in Firo, which, by the way, I'm not saying, again, I'm not saying sniper, but, like, if I was sniping, that's what I would do. Dude, that's triple weak to ice, by the way. No, I'm not saying anything about it, but that's an insane team. Can I play real teams? Can I? No, I'm not saying it's like a fake team. I'm just saying, can I play a real team? I'm trying to, like, play things that I think are interesting for the world's meta. There are a lot of double flyers. No, I've seen double flyer. I've just never seen it with a Clodsire lead, because then you're literally triple weak to ice. And if you see a single Celio, you lose. you just lose. I never personally like making teams where I lose to one Pokemon the moment I see it. I'm okay being core broken by a Pokemon. I'm okay being ABA weak to a Pokemon, but if I lose the moment I see a single certain Pokemon, that bothers me. And I feel like that's just a weird thing to do. Euphis too? Yeah, I mean, Euphis they can kind of deal with a little bit, but... Primate. Let's see if they throw in good timing. They do. Good for them. So the fun thing about this is they can go double Shadow Ball here, and I don't think I care. Because what I'm going to just go ahead and do is just farm all the way down and make this super uncomfortable for the Primate. Because now if they want to come in Primate, I have so much energy loaded. Yeah, we'll throw right away. And then we'll catch this, and then we have a million energy loaded for later, as well as something that I can debuff with Florges. And a Jellicent, still alive. Oh. 6. Interesting. This is going to be very tough for them, but, you know, I believe. So they basically throw right away, which is sick for me, because now I can actually come and Annihilate and make this extremely awkward. They're super debuffed, so they're going to be inclined to get out. They're going to be inclined to go for a catch, but honestly, I don't think anything really matters at this point. Yeah. And since they're shielding the first, they're likely going to shield the second. At this point, I just let them knock me out. And then we have a Jellicent. So, fantastic. Yeah, GG's, guy. But also, hey, I RPS people too. Sometimes that's what you do when they go Battle League. Yeah. No, Alexia. I am, although you're Lexi here, Alexia there. I'm not saying it's not a real team. I'm just like, when I say I want to see a real team, let me clarify. I'm not saying that they're running something that they usually wouldn't run, or that they're not really running it kind of thing. What I mean by that is it's like a team that I'm kind of calling a team that's not good. I'm calling it an RPS team when I say that, just to clarify. More so than I'm calling it like a team that they're only running because of, let's say, sniping. I don't think that was a sniper. I have no reason to think I've been sniped by anyone today. It's just a weird team that makes no sense. Except for to RPS something or get RPS'd. Dunsparce. Interesting Pokemon. I guess I can Chilling Water this and make it very awkward for them. So, fun fact about Dunsparce, it's kind of bad at times. But also, if this is here, Annihilate is probably scary in the back. What? Those pecks were not coming through at all. Which is stupid. Okay. What's nice about this is I can go into Jellicent now. They don't even throw. I don't understand that. What are they doing? Okay. Sick. Are they going to double shield Surfs? 'Cause I could care less about that. No, they're flying. Bro, what are they doing? Yeah? Yeah? Alright. Huh? Brother! I tap. I just tapped my phone screen, dude. I mean, they'll make it to another move, but that's fine. So what I do here is I just shield it. They bring in Cramorant, I shield and farm down. Paid actor? Dude, I think they're just running a team. That's weird. Again, we're just seeing weird teams. Bring in Cramorant. Oh. I guess I'll throw both of these here, but this is actually kind of awkward. The double... The team that is also just like... Apparently nobody believes in Stunfisk. At all, by the way. At all. I do easily take a move here. And what's nice about this is leaving my Annihilate around makes it very hard for them to win this game, actually. Smart. No, that actually just seals it for me, unless I can farm down. Okay. Very smart. Very smart Cramorant player, by the way. That's a smart Cramorant player. They put me in a position to where I would have had to be debuffed and lose my health. That's actually smart. So they put me in a position to where if I throw a move back at them, they were in their I have a fish in my mouth or a Pikachu in my mouth state. They were in a position where they were like I'm in my stupid mode. Or their good mode. Their stupid mode is like their normal mode. But they were in their smart mode. They went into Cramorant smart mode. And put on I have a fish in my mouth or a Pikachu in my mouth, which means that if I throw a charge move at them, I lose 10 to 15% of my health and therefore also would get like debuffed and then basically die. And then all I have left is an Annihilate. So it put me in a position that because I was stuck, like my clock wasn't up. I was stuck in Florges. I had to either go for a farm down or lose. Why you feel Cram needs solid IVs. Need to force people to throw moves. Yeah, it's kind of hard to force people to throw moves, but I respect the play they went for there. The recoil, oh yeah, 100%. It would have KO'd. That's why I couldn't throw. Luckily for me, I know Cramorant so far enough to know, like, if I do throw, automatic lose con, you know? So I at least played my win con, which is nice. You're back, Shark. Hi, Shark. Welcome back, man. Interesting play, though. Like, I appreciate the play. And, you know, if you're running a weird Cramorant team, at least you're running a weird team with a new Pokemon that's fun. I'll give you that. It's a fun pick. Why not run it? In 30 minutes. What about 30 minutes, Shark? Bro's about to get even more sets. No, we're not doing more sets after that. No. ABB team. Wait, I have to be in a battle mode. This is an awkward Pokemon. Yeah, very awkward Pokemon to see here. Because I am ABA weak, sadly. All right. I will take whatever this is. If it's a Hydro Pump, I'm in pain, but I can live it. They Ice Beam. Incredible. All right. So they're going to be one away from another Ice Beam. The question is, do I want to stay in? Do I want to overfarm? Do I want to shield? Do I want to catch? And the answer is I'm going for a catch onto the Jellicent. Because if I make this catch, it's terrific. And at this point, even Annihilate is in a position where I can deal with this very easily as well. That is not an answer. That is a quick attack Diggersby. That is so not an answer. And not only that, but we have misaligned clocks. Holy. What? They shield the first? How weak are you to a jellyfish, bro? The game overtaps me, so that's cool. I tried to one and throw, but then I didn't. So I wanted to one and throw and get out, but now they have more energy than I'm really comfortable with them having. Dude, what could possibly be in the back? Genuinely. You know what we're going to do here, right? We easily live this. Not easily, but we live. They probably top left now. If I were them, I would be top lefting right now. They should. I'll shield this, even though it's going to be a fire punch bait. Incredible stuff. Who would have thought? Okay, we'll get rid of it. And see what they didn't want to come in with. Dude, what's in the back? I need to know. No, no, no! Get your ass back here! Get your ass back here! Bro! Medi? I think they could have insta-swapped Medi into Annihilate, but like it sucks, but you kind of have to. Also, Manny, welcome on in for the first time, chat. Appreciate chatting. Dude, I don't know. I am so curious. Dude, and the follow. Super Manny Prime in the building. Appreciate the follow. Medi could be, it could be Medi. They're so outdated with that team if it's Medi. Azu, Diggersby, Medi. Potentially. Like, even if it's Medi, you don't have to shield the surf. Or both surfs. You're a Diggersby. You're thick. You're so thick. What are you shielding both surfs right away for? I don't understand. No entiendo. Yeah. I don't know. I'm so curious. Oh, Togekiss. Not a bad place to see this, just because it's not on, you know, the worst place to see this. You're heading to bed? Guys, say goodnight to Jack Ripper. Okay, I'm building up what it could be a Moonblast. They probably would never shield this, but, you know, here we are. I don't like the play that I just made because they're just going to get out. That was such a bad play. I hate the play I just made, by the way. I hate it. Although we did need to draw this out. And they let me throw first, which doesn't matter a lot. We're getting RPS to shit. By the way, this team just, like, doesn't beat a lot of things that beat fairies. This is such a weird team. I am so weirded out by all the ABA fairy teams that have existed this season. They're just going to go for a farm down. They don't. I have to shield because I have to. I have no choice in the matter. And I have to undertap here. I'm never making it to another move if I stay in. So undertapping just allows me to get out. I need to actually also throw this just so I can potentially make it to 2 moves, but I don't think I do. Sir Dodge with the first time chat. Welcome in. Oh, that's annoying. Well, I lose. I don't know what my win con was anyways, but that's a surefire way to lose. Okay. So just to pretend I have play here, here's what we're going to do. You guys see how I pressed on my Annihilate and then I went to, nothing happened, and then I went to my Togekiss there. That's sick. The frick is that? I saw the press. I saw the press. It pressed. Can you friend you? So no, because I would have too many people on the friends list if I did that. But we do have a redemption. There's a friends code redemption for if you want to add me as a friend, but it just means that you have to watch the stream for a bit. But I will say this, if you want people generally just to be friends, we have a Discord. If you want to join the Discord, you can share your friend code in there. There's a channel for sharing your friend code, and there's a bunch of people in there who probably would be willing to be friends. Just in case you're looking for friends. But, gotta go? Dude. Everybody, say goodbye to our most loyal supporter, Sir Dodge. Everybody say goodbye. And say hello to Doms. Dude, Doms, what's up? Okay. Better lead. Especially if they're staying in. Incredible stuff. What could possibly be in the back? I don't know. Bro? They have to shield at this point because I know what they're doing. So basically what I want to do is neutralize them back. And then go to Jellison. And at this point, I don't have to shield because it's just going to be a normal Rage Fist. Yeah. Why did they even throw at me? I don't know. This is such a stupid team. But it's probably going to beat me. I'm not going to lie. Like, I'm so chipped down with Florges. Unless they let me throw this and CMP me. They let me throw this and CMP me. Why not? Okay, well, this gives me a slightly more play. I don't know how much play, but slightly more. I hope they just knock me out. That would be tremendous. Fantastic. Lovely. Yeah. I have to shield. Actually, I did not have to shield. This is a mistake. At this point, I am in so much trouble because of my own... Wait, I had shields down. What am I doing? Guys, I'm misplaying so bad. Uh-oh. Okay, the good thing is I can at least double up, get rid of the Mandibuzz, and hope that a Chilling Water plus an Annihilate knocks out. But, dude, I've played this so poorly... I need to be... This is the last set. I am out of my mind at this point. Wait, that gives me a win con. They made a mistake? They made a mistake. So now I'm going to be able to get some counters through. If they had just stayed in, I feel like they win. The one thing, though, is they did put me in range where a Shadow Ball knocks out. I should be able to get at least 4 of these through. What? Well, now I win. I just CMP on this, and I have a move stored. They should have just Shadow Balled right away, and then they win. But they didn't. GG's. I think I played really bad in the mid game, but they played worse everywhere else. Oh. Whee! Now, if you... So what I did there... Little fun fact, if you do 2 and then swap out, if they're in the middle of the second rollout, you're basically allowing it so that second rollout never lands anywhere. And that's why I did that. Should we not have Overfarm versus Ape? Taj, I can tell you why I... Well... Oh. Whee! No, you're right. Whee! You're right. I can tell you what was going through my head. But you're right. We're in ads, by the way, so you're probably not going to be able to hear this. I'll wait till you're out, but I think you're right. Like, I know you're right, actually. Whee! Hi, Thomas. Whee! Hi. How's it going, Sweden? How's it going? Okay. As soon as we're back from ads, I'm going to explain why Taj is right, and I am wrong for how I played that game. Tom. Everybody say hello to Tom. Sweden and Tom. Y'all popped in at the same time. Did y'all wake up at the same time? Do y'all share an alarm? Incredible. Tom and Is. Thomas. You've been awake for hours? Well, we don't know. That Sweden hasn't. Thomas, how long have you been awake? Tell us all now. Tell us all right now. We're dying to know, man. Boop. Boop to you, sir. What are you doing for Worlds, Tom? You don't compete, do you? You woke up at 6:30? Dude, I don't know what time it is for you. Say how long you've been up. Yo, 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 yo. Look, the Rise... A lion? Dude, I don't know how to pronounce that, but, welcome on in with your first time chat. Incredible stuff. Wait, Tom. Dude, I'm watch partying Worlds. You probably do a few hours. I might reach out to you about something. It's like 8 hours, right? Oh yeah, it's long. Yes, Tom, you. Yes. Yes. But I'll do that off of here. I'll do that off of here. Yeah. We got a game. Let's go. So 3 hours ago in hours. Y'all could have gotten up at the same time. Florges. Okay. Uncomfortable because I'm probably not going to win CMP. But if they throw right away, I like it. Because then I can just clear my debuff. And get out. Which is kind of sick. Okay, they chilling. I get out. Three. I should have gone to 4 just to make it a little bit awkward for them in terms of knowing my exact energy. But I didn't. So sue me. They go for a CMP, which is a choice. Okay, so they'll be at 6 here. If they throw a Shadow Ball, they'll be at 2. And they still have to Shadow Ball me again. I'm gonna go for what could be a CMP. They don't fall for it, smart. But they want to throw right away if they don't want to potentially go for a CMP on the next one. Let's see how much they're counting. They're counting. Okay. I think the play here is to come in Florges. They just body slam me? Okay. I should have just 1 and through, but I apparently wanted to go to exactly 100 energy instead of 99. In my head, somehow that made sense when it doesn't. Let's see what they come in with here. So what I can do is Chilling Water the Florges, and then go to Ape and hope I somehow win this game, but I don't think I do, unless they're so weak to Annihilate. But I can kind of BS through the Florge. Okay. They're always going to Chilling Water here, so I'm going to weirdly let this go. Kind of sucks the position I'm in. Kind of sucks. But my hope is they don't have fast move pressure in the back. Because if they do, I feel like they would have swapped out by now. Yeah, I'll shoot with you. We are going to be 1 stage debuff, which I hate, because who wants to be debuffed, right? Not me. That sucks. I lose? Hard. Okay, I have a weird way to try to win this game. I throw after 5, or I catch after 5, because my thought is they're never going to expect the catch after 4, right? So I'm like hoping they misplay like crazy. By the way, none of this matters. I still lose. I still lose. I just think that was kind of funny. See? I lose. Because now I have to hope that this is 1 HP and I knock out with a shield. Do you think they're at 1 HP? They might be. Hold? Shit. And even if they let that go, I just die to Florges. But hey, we tried. I think the way I could have won that game, honestly, is just by, like, BSing my way through Licky Licky. With, well... Or, honestly, no. The way that I win that game is play out the lead. If I play out the lead all the way through, I just come in Licky after that, and then I just sweep with Annihilate. Yeah, that's just an auto win if I play it that way. But that's assuming I know the backline. Reptilian, what are you doing awake? What is up, Rep? What is up? We are finishing our last set right now, which hopefully I finish before midnight. Oh, one more battle. Let's go. Just woke up. Are you in Sweden too? Dude, how did Tom in Sweden wake up hours before you? You made it back. Camilu, we are on our last set right now, so you are just in time. Last game, by the way. It's 4 a.m. Dude, that's a loyal viewer right there. Corbacken, we appreciate you. We appreciate you for what you are doing. Last game. Let's get to it. Okay, let's at least hope I don't get RPS the last game. Let's hope it's a good game. I'm okay losing. I just want it to be fun. Shit. Oh, I let a sneak. I'm bad. Well, here's the good news. I bait this out. I will make it to 2 serves. Because I think I can 1 and throw here. If I'm wrong, sue me, right? Sue me. Yeah. I'm hopefully not dying. Holy crap. Okay, now I hope they throw right away for some reason. I want shields down. Okay. I actually didn't see the sneak come through. I kind of had some visual lag there that I don't appreciate. Sick. Okay, at this point, I'm hoping that I can just win with my guy. But, you know, my worry is I won't win with my guy. But we hope. Ow. Oh, they throw right away. That's fine. I get out and then hopefully win. I barely live. They die to 1, which is sick. Bro! I said don't RPS me! That's all I freaking said, dude! That's literally all I said. All I wanted in life was to not get RPS'd. I said I could lose. I'm fine losing. I just wanted a good game. I said good game. That was not good. That was just like RPS. Shit. We got Algo, dude. Ah. Good effort. Dude, I should get like a medal for that. Who here played sports when they grew up and got a medal for every time they made efforts? We might hit Legend tomorrow. We hit Legend like twice today, but honestly, that's not good enough. I should think about my my actions that led to this moment where I'm not Legend. Ape don't like Mantine. Dude. But sometimes you have to learn that by playing the game. Did I know Ape didn't like Mantine? I don't know. But I learned that today. Woo. Okay. We played the team. I think we're... Dude, free gifts? Incredible. Yeah. Do we want to do, like, a Wheel Cup game and then get out, or do we just want to get out? Also, if we are getting out, is there someone live? I see a live person. That is all I needed. Huge. Okay. I see before dawn. I see. Everyone. I've already mentioned this. We're doing something fun on Saturday. If you're not in the Discord, get in the Discord, because I will be announcing what that is. Back to bed, Rep. We're on the closing statement right now, Rep. And then go to bed. So yeah, if you're not in the Discord, join the Discord. Because, that's how you'll know what's going on Saturday. It will be something fun. It'll be something new. It will be a reoccurring thing on the channel that I've worked very hard to get to a point to do. And will be a lot of work that's gone into it. So should be fun. The other thing that we've announced today is that there will be a very, very cool watch party that I've also put a lot of work into. So hopefully some of y'all that are not going to Worlds know where to go for if y'all want to get an entire watch party for every single part of, you know, Worlds. Should be fun. Closing statement, RPS bad. Indeed. And on that note, Rep, now you can go to bed. You've stream streaked. Holy. Wait, I need a get before dawn. Copy. Paste. Sick. The frick is that? What is happening? Okay, there we go. Discord, yes, that is the Discord. Everybody, while we're getting out, while we're waiting before dawn, feel free to get in the Discord. I recommend it. You'll learn about things going on there, but also it's a fun Discord. Like, genuinely, there's probably battles going on all the time. If you just want somewhere where there's kind of always battles going on, that's a place to go. So, thanks for hanging out. Had a fun night. Rep, good night. Everybody else, good night. Good to see you. Good to see you leave. And I'll see you when I see you.